Welcome to Mount Vernon Rams baseball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com, where you can listen from any device. Rams baseball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon. And People's National Bank.
Play ball!
It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams baseball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
For the first time since 2008, the Mount Vernon Rams play a home game at Brennan Klein Memorial Field, though they're not the home team. Good afternoon, Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. It is your Mount Vernon Regional. Season 2014. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats today. The Wildcats are the number 2 seed in this Mount Vernon Regional. The Rams are the number 3. Though they're at home, they will not be the home team today. That honor belongs to the higher-seeded Marion Wildcats. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers, 6 of them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Danny, big game, obviously, for both of these teams. You really don't have to say that once you get to the postseason. Win, and you move on to Saturday's regional championship game against Carbondale. Lose, and you're done for the year.
Well, there's no other way to put it. I mean, you either play, win, and continue, or you put the stuff up for the year and come back next February and try things out. Two teams very familiar with each other. And, of course, the interesting fact is before Mount Vernon takes the field today, all 5 teams they played in the postseason last year to get to Joliet are out. Heron, Centralia, Effingham, Triad, and Bloomington are all out before Mount Vernon takes the field today. A lot of upsets in 3A and 4A this week.
Well, and a big upset yesterday. The Carbondale Terriers, a team that may be hot right now, you could say. 4-3 winners over the Centralia Orphans yesterday. The Orphans were the number 1 seed in this regional, but if it proved anything, it proved how tough it is to beat a team 3 times in a year. Carbondale, of course, proved that logic, and the Rams hoping to do the same thing here today against the Marion team that has beaten them twice in the regular season, 1-0 on a one-hitter by Chandler Ream, who also had the home run in the game. That was back here at Brennan Klein Field, but lost 4-3 as Marion picked up a win from Colton Carter. Chandler Ream had the save, and a 4-3 affair in early May, I believe, on May 1st at Marion. So Marion has already won this game twice. However, Rams could prove and do what Carbondale did yesterday and prove that it is tough to beat a team 3 times in a year.
Well, it's tough. You know, it's hard enough to beat a good team 1 time in a year, as our friend the Master likes to talk about, and especially if you have to beat them 3 times. And Marion's going to have to beat Mount Vernon twice on their home field 3 times in 1 year. We will see if anything gets done off that today.
Well, we're going to find out a lot of things today. For instance, is this the Ram team that's going to get hot at the right time? 18-16-1, but went on a bit of a losing streak to end the regular season. Lost 3 in the final week, and now the Marion Wildcats with an 18-9 mark come in. Will they be hot? Of course, they split their season-ending doubleheader with the Belleville East Lancers this past Saturday, but you take a look at these 2 teams, very familiar with each other. This is not the first time they've seen each other in the postseason. It's been interesting to see what happens here today.
I'm really, again, as you sit back and look at some of the scores that have come in, I mean, 1A and 2A, a lot of times were a lot of chalk to that this year in postseason so far, but 3A, 4A, boy, there have been upsets and traditional powerhouses already putting the gear up. I think, obviously, Centralia, the 1 seed yesterday, goes home. One of the ones in 4A, O'Fallon, 30 wins, done. Belleville West upset them in 11 innings yesterday. So a lot of teams are going by the boards. Triad is done for the year. So anything can happen. I think spring is worse than any other sport because depending on your team, depending on how many seniors you have, depending on if school's in or out, depending on how many's graduated, depending on what's coming up next, if the ball season ends, momentum's a huge thing. I think spring sports are totally different to deal with than any other sport during the time of the year.
Well, there's certainly no doubt about that. I think that the things you take into consideration at a time like this are when you look at some of the familiar favorites to get to Joliet or at least get to Sauget. You mentioned Triad already being gone, but Also in that regional, another team that you would expect to be in a regional title game, Highland lost to Jersey last night in their own regional on their home field. So now it's Jersey and Civic Memorial for a regional championship game. One of those two Valley teams is going to get to the sectional. You have Mascoutah fighting for another regional championship across the way in the Metro East. You have the winner of this game in Carbondale. If it's not the Mount Vernon Rams, it's the Marion Wildcats, who have been to a sectional in recent years. However, you look at Salem, you look at Mattoon from up that way, it's possible you could see a bunch of new faces in that triad sectional come next week.
And you go further another step. Chatham out. Quincy Notre Dame got them at home last night. So a lot of teams playing at home. Chatham Highland, of course, then Triad lost. A lot of these teams upset. And, I mean, it to me, especially in 3A down here, a lot of doors have opened up for teams that haven't had a run in a long time, if ever, to open up and take off and go.
Well, it's not going to be an easy process for either of these teams. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers sixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. And, of course, ask about free premium detailing for the life of your car next time you have collision repair work done at Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo. Hunter Schrader back at our Mount Vernon studio to the Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats. The regional semifinal game, the Marion Wildcats with the number 2 seed. Rams are the number 3 seed. Of course, playing here at Mount Vernon, the Rams will be in the third base dugout, though they will be the visitors on the scoreboard here today. We'll meet the batting orders in just a moment, presented by the Page Agency on Crown View in Mount Vernon. Call for a health quote at 242-7000 or log on to pageinsurance.net. If the Rams win, we're back again on Saturday for Rams baseball. 10:45 would be your pregame. 11 o'clock is your first pitch. Either way, we'll have a full Saturday sports show coming your way. We know we'll talk with Weber Township baseball coach Sam Root. His team won an extra inning affair against the Goreville Blackcats yesterday in a Compton sectional. It's good to see the Weber Trojans playing for a sectional title.
Well, it is, and a big win last night. Why they had to play through 10:39, I have no idea. But anyway, that's another day, another topic. But went down and beat Goreville, kind of a nemesis for them to get through over the years and in this recent run of Weber baseball. And Sam Root and the Trojans last night got a 10-7 win in 8 innings last night at the Cobden sectional. And we'll play Shawnee, a team that made a trip north recently, and we'll also have a lot of experience back tomorrow on Saturday. So root for Weber Township on Saturday to hopefully get a win and get to play at Rentwood Park on Monday night.
Well, and of course, if you win that game, you get past the Shawnee Redskins. You're looking at quite possibly a team like the South Central Cougars, or maybe even the Windsor Stu-Strauss team, of course, that'd be coming down. I don't believe they've played their regional semifinal yet.
Edwards County is leading Stu-Strauss 1-0 early in sectional play. The winner gets South Central, who beat Dietrich yesterday 6-4. So Dietrich with South Central with Windsor Stu-Strauss. Excellent teams in 1A with Shawnee and Weber Township left. Very, very good for a game on Monday at Rentwood Park in the evening.
Well, it is. And, of course, our good friend Avery Barton, WMIX sports member, handling the public address duties today.
Leaving focused.
He's focused.
Yeah.
Of course, you'll find out just how difficult it is to do some of the things we do here at WMIX Sports. But proud to be here, of course. Depending upon what happens, one of us, our team members, will be doing the public address here on Saturday as well. Hopefully, for our sake, if you're a Rams fan, we're back here on Saturday on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. But in the interest of impartiality, this is a big contest for both of these teams. For the Marion Wildcats, this means you're only the second team since you last did it back in 2009 to knock off these Mount Vernon Rams.
Yep, and this is one of those where you have the feeling that this ball game here this afternoon could be a very, very good ball game and one that goes very well.
No doubt about that. We are going to have a national anthem here from Brennan Klein Memorial Field. We'll honor America. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest-earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Registration for fall classes at Rend Lake College is going on now. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, RLC can put you on the fast track to a new career or to continue your education. More affordable than four-year universities and private schools, you can save thousands of dollars at RLC. Our trained academic counselors will make sure you're on the right path, whether you plan to transfer to a four-year university or head straight into the workforce. Walk-in registration continues through August 15th. Call us at 437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rend Lake College, your journey starts here.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Mount Vernon Rams baseball against the Marion Wildcats. Regional semifinal action for Brennan Klein Memorial Field. Things a little different here. Marion, the higher seed, is the home team, so we meet the Mount Vernon Rams batting order first, courtesy of the Page Agency.
Ryan Campbell leads off at short. Reed Millwood is second. Thomas Weber is the catcher. Jake Pike bats fourth at first base, followed by Blake Jones in center field fifth, and Braden Smith, the designated hitter for Brock Fulkerson, back sixth. Batting seventh at third base, Derek Hayes. Batting eighth in right field, Zach Jines. And batting ninth in left field is Zach Brookman for Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams.
For the defense of Marion, it'll be Brandon Osborne in left field, Bryson Whitehead in center with Lane Alexander in right. It'll be Justin Shadowins at third. Colton Carter got the win in the last game these two teams played on the mound. He's at short today. Corbin McGreekin at second. Zeb Goodman is your first baseman. Jordan Evans will do the catching for Chandler Ream. Of course, undoubtedly probably the ace of this staff. He won a 1-0 win here at Mount Vernon, had the lone run in the game. He hit a home run in the top of the first. That was all the Wildcats needed en route to a 1-0 one-hitter finish for Marion. Call for help, quote, Page Insurance, 242-7000. Or log on to pageinsurance.net. It'll be Ryan Campbell to lead things off under sunny skies, calm winds. Here in the King City, we'll get started maybe about a minute early.
Clayton Reeves says don't let him start without him. Not sure if he's here yet, but
here we go. Hopefully at Clayton Reeves 6 is here. You can follow us on the Twitterverse as well at WMIX Sports. At the first pitch, it's going to be off the glove of the pitcher, Ream. To Carter at short, picks up, fires across the diamond, and 1-6-3 is the first out of the ballgame.
Sharply hit baseball back up the middle, and you could see Ream barely get a glove on it. That was enough to deflect it and slow it down, allow the shortstop Carter to slide over and make the play.
Still to be Millwood with one out and nobody on. Top of the first, no score yet. Out of the windup, Chandler Ream will come. The other side of the matchup is Brock Fulkerson, the Mount Vernon Ram senior right-hander. It's an inside strike, 0-1 to Millwood. Across the inner half of the plate, glad to have you with us. Rams baseball is always powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland here on WMIX. Find them here in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. The 0-1 pitch is going to be a chop ground ball back to the pitcher. Ream, easy effort. They're over to first. 1-3 is your second out.
Well, Ream's right where he likes to be on the ground. 2 outs, 2 ground ball outs. And he gets going, and those 2 outs, Thomas Weber will come up. He has 2 bats in hand. Oh, I see he picked up the bat. So that was going to be a trick.
Easier said than done. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the first inning if you're just joining us. No score yet. Semifinal matchup for the Mount Vernon IHSA Class 3A. Boys Baseball Regional. And 2 outs, nobody on for the catcher, Weber. Here comes the first pitch from Ream, a fastball low, and it'll be 1-0 to the Ram catcher.
Huge crowd on hand
for
BK. Got some scouts matriculating in behind us with their guns and whatnot.
Good crowd yesterday, good crowd here today. The IHSA definitely going to get their money's worth. Out of Brendan Klein Memorial Field is a 1-0. It's going to be ripped foul down the third base line. It'll be 1-1 down to the senior catcher, Weber. Of course, he walked and received his diploma this past Saturday night at the MVTHS commencement exercises. You can watch the archive at WMIXSports.com. within the special coverage area. 1-1 the count to Weber. 2 outs, nobody aboard here in the scoreless top half of the first. Pitch from Ream on the way, and this one is going to be lifted for a ride in the left field. That's going to have a chance, and Weber's going to give the Rams a 1-0 lead on a 2-out homer over the left field wall.
Well, that whisk and got out of here quickly, and Tim Holloway pumping his fist down in the third base coaching box knows how important this is, and Mr. Weber gives Mount Vernon a 1-0 lead early.
Well, and you take a look at things right now, and for the Mount Vernon Rams, there was a home run with 2 outs at the top of the first that beat them here. We'll see if they have the same sort of luck against this Marion team here today. It'll be Jake Pike, bases empty, 2 outs. Rams a 1-0 lead on the Thomas Weber home run.
Ball will carry today. It's a tad bit warmer.
That it is. 1-0 Mount Vernon. Here comes the pitch on the way from Chandler Ream to Jake Pike. It's going to be outside the left-hander, also low. It's 1-0 to the Ram first baseman. Blake Jones stands in the on-deck circle. Tough act to follow after the home run from Weber. Gives it a 1-0 lead in favor of the orange and black. 1-0 pitch on its way. It's high. This will be fouled off over the third base dugout. Evens the count at 1-1. Rams win. We're back at it Saturday. The Rams would have Carbondale. 11 o'clock would be your first pitch. 10:45 would be your pregame. If not, the fellows at WMIX Sports are done for the year, at least for the IHSA calendar year, as we wait the 1-1 pitch here to Jake Pike. Here it comes with 2 outs. Outside, 2-1.
It's a good way to start when you're the visitors and you come out and rocket one out about 370. That'll shake some things up.
It will indeed. 2 balls, 1 strike count to the first baseman, Pike. Ready for the Ream offering, and here it comes out of the windup. Pike will lay off. It's called a strike on the outside corner, however. It's 2-2. Video streaming returns Friday, August 29th at 7 p.m., 6:40 or 6:30, your logical pregame. The Rams football team will host Taylorville. Presented by Renly College is that video streaming. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands. Chop ground ball, hard hit ground ball, rather, the second baseman. No problem for McCreek, and he'll throw out Pike. Rams take a 1-0 lead after the Weber homer through 1/2. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon.
This is the 4th year running on the Chevy Cruze with up to 40 miles per gallon. That car is just phenomenal. The interior is second to none. It'll blow away the competition. The Corolla can't touch it. You have your oil changes included for 2 years or 24,000 miles. OnStar. I just can't say enough about the Cruze. You really need to come in and check it out. Cruise in for the cruise.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Poole, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. We head to the home half of the first from your IHSA Class 3A Baseball Regional here in Mount Vernon. We need to meet the Marion Wildcats, who trail 1-0, presented by the Page Agency.
Bryson Whitehead, Corbin McCreakin, Chandler Ream, 1, 2, and 3. Colin Carter, Zeb Goodman, Brandon Osborne, 4, 5, 6. Justin Shadowin, Jordan Edmonds, and Lane Alexander, 7, 8, 9. For Marty Manfredo's Marion Wildcats.
They finished up 18-9. Good. They were 6-4 in the South 7, good for third place. Hard to believe a 20-win Carbondale team finished in 5th at 4-6. They toppled the Orphans yesterday. We'll tell you more about that. As the first pitch from Fulkerson, it's going to come inside on Bryson Whitehead and hit him, and that'll put a Marion baseman on board here for Corbin McCreakin.
Need a quick inning. Need something to go well. You don't want to give them any opportunity. You want to get in and out, back to the dugout if you're Mount Vernon. That way you have that momentum in your dugout.
For the Rams defensively, Zach Brookman in left, Blake Jones, Zach Jines, the rest of the outfield left to right. It's Hayes, Campbell, Millwood, Pike from third to first. Weber doing the catching. A curveball. It's going to be bunted down third base side, picked up. McCreakin will be retired on the 2-3 sacrifice. Down to second goes Bryson Whitehead.
1 out, good bunt. Now the meat of the order will come up. Ream, Carter, and Goodman, and this is where Brock Fulkerson will have to bear down a little bit this afternoon, obviously.
Well, it'll be Chandler Ream to step in. Of course, it was the top of the first, the game here back in April. He hit a big home run, and it was so big that it was all the Wildcats needed, a 1-0 finish there.
Really, realistically today, this is execution. There are no secrets when you have conference teams playing for a third time.
Out of the stretch, the right-hander Fulkerson looks back. The runner on second comes inside for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Ream with Colton Carter on deck. A tremendous punch for the Wildcats out of the 3 and 4 spots in the lineup are Ream and Carter. Whitehead got aboard. He was plunked in the first pitch he saw. First pitch of the game came at 4:29. They check on the runner at second. He gets back. So trying to keep the runner close at second base. 0-1 the count. 1 out, 1 on. 1-0 is your Ram lead. One means more to Community First Bank of the Heartland. Free checking with high-yield interest. Community First Bank, welcome back to Personal Banking, the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. The 0-1 pitch, we wait for it. Out of the stretch it comes. Breaking pitch in the dirt, leaving the count at 1-1. Rams set the tone, set the rhythm early, of course, with the Weber home run. You get the feeling, as you said, it's all up to execution at this point. You just have to go out and do your thing, and you'll be okay. Will Marion have other ideas here in the first? The tying run on second and 1 out. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on a miss. Good fastball, 1-2.
Yeah, 1-2. Brock early, moving the ball around the zone a little bit, with this hitter especially. This is a big at-bat. You'd love to get a strikeout here, have 2 outs, have everybody bounce back a little bit defensively, and have a lot of room to cover.
Right now it's a 1-2 count on the pitcher, Ream. Colton Carter, the shortstop, in the on-deck circle. 1 out, here comes the pitch. Raced outside, and a breaking pitch. Good stop by Weber. Keeps the runner on second. It's 2-2 count here with 1 out.
Ream thought about chasing. Just didn't do it.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count. 1 gone here in the bottom of the first. Rams on top, 1-0. Marion, of course, the home team with the higher seed in this regional as the 2-2 comes, low and away. Count is full here to Ream.
Danger here. See if Brock challenges him or tries something off speed a little bit.
Certainly not a case where we want to start playing with matches.
Matches are okay. Fire is one thing that comes out of it.
Count is full, 1 gone. Runner on second. Here comes. Inside out swing, fouled off over the first base dugout, not a play. We'll do the 3-2 again. Chris Hugo with Denny Czerwinski alongside. What happened?
That was a car.
Yikes.
A lot of people there. I mean, this is as full as I've seen this place. A lot of people.
City brought in the extra set of bleachers, now 4 sets. Of course, the permanent seating here as well. Those are all full. You have people who brought their own camping chairs and picnic chairs. And
a lot of people down the first base side where Marion's at. A lot of people in their own chairs.
Down full, we wait the make or break. Here it comes. Ground ball just past the diving third baseman Hayes. That's going to tie the game at 1. Reams around first, headed for second as Whitehead comes in to score on the RBI single.
Game of inches there, and that ball just inside the bag. Hayes a little too far off the line that time to make the play. Goes down the left field line for an RBI double, and we're tied at 1. Or RBI single. I was thinking he could get the first, second on that.
He was going to go, did not. Colton Carter will bat with a go-ahead run on first. 1 out, bottom half of this opening inning, a 1-1 ball game. As Marion evens it up here in the home half. We'll have scoreboard updates throughout the day presented by your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon, Tony Wilt. Find him on the corner of 42nd at South Water Tower, worldwide at TonyWilt.com, or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. Fulkerson checks on the runner at first. Nothing doing over there. Saw the white State Farm Jeep. I was actually coming that way. Saw it in its business location. Saw the man himself getting some things out of the back of it. As he was hard at work. Here comes a ground ball opposite way as they were holding the runner. Nobody there defensively, and it'll be a single. Back-to-back base hits puts 2 aboard for the Wildcats, and Jeff Goodman, the first baseman, steps in.
Marion early. Some very good swings on Brock Fulkerson. Very good swing. He was moving it around the zone to McCree, or I should say to Ream before the hit. Now he's more flattened out and up in the zone the last couple of hitters.
1 gone, 2 aboard here, bottom of the first inning, a 1-1 ball game. One run on 2 Marion hits thus far. Fulkerson out of the stretch. Here comes the first pitch to Goodman. A curveball for a strike. It's 0-1. Good pitch for Fulkerson.
Yeah, good pitch there. May have to throw a few of those, kind of get in sync and rhythm. Probably a little excited out there on the mound. We'll have to get into his zone.
0-1 the count on Goodman. And the key for Brock today is probably not to feel as if you have to and then overpitch. No secret that at times this season defense has somewhat let down the pitcher. So hopefully if you go out, they relax and have the defense behind you, you might sneak away with a win here today. 0-1 the count to Goodman, 1 gone. Runners on first and second for the Wildcats here in the home half of the first inning as Folk will step off the rubber. Now we'll get set. Fulkerson finished the regular season 4-3. I know his aspirations were a little higher in his senior season. As the 0-1 on its way. It's on the inner half of the batter's box for strike 2.
It was on the inner half of something. Not sure if it was the corner.
Actually, I'm sorry, the outer half of the batter's box, not the inner half of the batter's box. Will be the correct terminology in that case. With a right-handed batter. 0-2 the count. 1 gone, 2 aboard here. It's time called for Goodman.
Stepped out. Felt like Fulkerson was rushing him a little bit.
Good move there as we wait the 0-2 from Fulkerson. Looks back to the runner on second, delivers home, and that was up and in and swung on a miss for the second out.
Sometimes batters, baseball players, they want to do so bad. They want to drive in runs so much and do something you get people to chase. He threw a fastball up in the eyes, and Goodman swung at it. That was a pitch he couldn't have done anything with it anyway.
So that'll bring in Brandon Osborne, 2 outs, 2 aboard here. Left fielder for the Wildcats. Wears number 23. Marion, of course, the gray tops with navy quarter sleeves. 2 outs, 2 on. Here comes the first pitch to Osborne. Ground ball to second. Millwood, the one hopper, fires over to first. And the 4-3 foot out will retire the side. We're tied at 1 after 1. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at TonyWilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, AM 940, WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside Hunter Schrader back at the Mount Vernon studio as we head to the top of the second. For the Mount Vernon Rams, we'll see Blake Jones, Braden Smith, and Derek Hayes, better known as 5, 6, and 7 in the Ram lineup.
We talked off air. You hit batters or walk leadoff hitters like that, you get into a case of giving up runs. That's what happened to Mount Vernon.
Precisely, as Marion got it back, but they stranded 2 runners in the effort, so
I think runs might be a precious commodity today.
I have a strange feeling that that's going to be in on Jones. He'll swing.
Mm-hmm.
Jones, of course, playing in front of a huge crowd, as is everybody else in the field, but big brother Zach is here. Of course, he was the 2012 South 7 Player of the Year. It's among the many dignitaries.
Colin Young's here. Clayton Reeves here. Mallory Garner's here. She tweeted us.
Yeah.
Says we look very comfortable in our chairs.
That is true.
It is true.
I'm so comfy, I bought some for myself. These are nice. Well, she hit a big home run to close out her career in softball action. We had that game for you on Tuesday afternoon. The 0-1 to Jones. Here it comes. It's going to be low and away. The count's 1 ball, 1 strike to the Rams center fielder. Here comes Braden Smith, the DH, to get it.
Edwards County leads Windsor Stu Strauss 1-0 after 4.
Well, my prediction may come incorrect, as the 1-1 is going to be a ground ball to short. Off the hop, Carter plays it over to first. A good scoop out of the dirt by Goodman, and 6-3 will be the first down.
Goodman's a guy does a lot of good things at first base, and one of those is save infielders' errors. Saves a lot of them finding that leather on that ball.
Of course, Winning Edge is a great Rams sponsor. Perfect for baseball season. They have Rams snapback hats in the largest assortment. See what else they can do for your employee team. Make the call to the bullpen at Winning Edge of Mount Vernon, downtown or online at winningedgeusa.com. Smith was trying to bunt for a base hit. Fouls it off. It's 0-1.
Not a bad idea. Third baseman was kind of snuggling the bag or deeper back this in, and it's not a bad idea if you can drop one down.
Great crowd on hand for this IHSA Class 3A Baseball Regional. Semifinal action, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats tied at 1. Here in the top of the second with one out and nobody on. Swung through on a pitch off of the outside corner. It's 0-2 now to Smith, with the third baseman Hayes in the on-deck circle for Tim Holloway's Rams. Rams have won 3 out of the last 4 regionals. As we wait the 0-2. Fouled off to stay alive. Went to Waterloo and lost to a Waterloo team on a ground rule home run. And
that was
last time they won a regional.
Kind of been feast or famine. Get beat in the first round or win it, or advance deep. I mean, it's one or the other.
Of course, when they've gotten beaten by things we actually have seen before, unlike a ground rule home run, it's been the Marion Wildcats, the last team to beat the Rams in the postseason. That was 08-09. Wild pitch on the third strike. It was a swinging attempt, and down the first base, and safely will arrive Braden Smith.
Yep. That's such a good pitch. I don't care who you were. Evans could have get the go-go gadget arm to get out there and knock that down. There's no way to slide over and or reach for it. He did both. Swing and a miss. Smith was completely fooled, but he ends up at first base with one out.
See, if this is the start of something for the Mount Vernon Rams. 1 run on 1 hit. It was a Weber home run back in the top of the first. They've not stranded a runner. For the Wildcats, it's 1 run, 2 hits. They've stranded 2. Out of the stretch for Chandler Ream. Looks back now, will fire home on the pitch. And it'll be low for Hayes, 1-0. Any First Bank of the Heartland, home of the 1 account. It's free checking with high yield interest. Find it in any of their 5 Jefferson County branches, Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 1-0 the count, 1 out, runner on first.
Wasn't even close.
Checked on the runner with nothing doing. Ream had a pretty good season. Of course, the Wildcats got 27 of their possible 35 games in on the season. They finished 18-9 the regular season. Now they're trying to hold the runner with the cover, and that's going to take through the right side. Base hit for number 17, Hayes. Is safe at third base. Is going to be the lead runner. Braden Smith, good base running by the Rams as Hayes is up at second.
2 runners on, 1 out. And a great base running job by Derek Hayes. Got to first, and for some reason they tried to throw the runner out at third instead of eliminating that, keeping that extra base, and Hayes moved up, took the extra base.
Called me napping as now Zach Jines will stand in with 2 on and only 1 out here in the top half of the second inning as Evans and Ream are going to have a conversation just west of the mound.
Mentioned that another one that's listening, Landon Thomas.
Nice.
Listening in on the way from Georgia. Must be down there rooting for Kentucky basketball or something.
Talk about a kid that to other teams must have felt like he was around for about 8 years.
Gosh. He could probably slide in and play. Nobody cared.
Here comes the first pitch to Giants. Misses low, 1-0. Of course, responsible for many great memories in this Mount Vernon Ram baseball program. The 13 team last year, obviously, that went on to go take 4th place in the state of Illinois in Class 3A. Certainly a lot of fun to follow that crew as we wait the 1-0 pitch. Here it comes to Giants. Drops down a bunt, could score a run. They're going to concede the run and go over to first. The throw will pull the first baseman off, and he will tag Giants. And so the Rams take a 2-1 lead by a manufactured run.
What a bunt. And I don't think anybody here thought he was going to do that safety bunt. And Giants laid it down perfectly, and the pitcher, all he could do with the break from the bag by Smith from third was to go to first, and he almost threw it away. Rams take a lead 2-1.
Almost threw it away and almost allowed for another run to score. Right now it's Derek Hayes on third. Rams on top by a score of 2-1 as Brookman will stand in. He's hit the ball well. Chops one, will sneak up the middle. No, the shortstop comes across. Carter over to first and gets the out. A thrilling top half of the second as the Rams take a 2-1 lead. We head to the bottom half. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hey, it's Brittany here, and I have a very special guest on the phone with me right now. It's Roy Schmidt from Ford Square King City Chrysler. Hey, Roy.
Hi, Brittany.
Roy, over at Ford Square, you have some amazing things going with the Lincoln vehicles. Tell me about that.
Yes, we do, Brittany. On the 2013 Lincoln MKZ and the 2000 Lincoln MKX, we sold 13 of these last month, and we're out to do the same this month. And we actually went out and purchased about 6 or 7 more of them from other dealers. The big thing going right now with them is 0%, plus you get $5,250 cash back on the Lincoln MKZ, the sedan, and then on the MKX you can get 0% plus $6,250 on the MKX. So it's a great opportunity right now for someone that's looking for a Lincoln.
Very nice. Well, Roy, if somebody wants to take advantage of these deals, where can they find you at?
We are at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and we're open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday and 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the week.
That's at Ford Square, King City Chrysler.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. As we head to the bottom of the second, the Mount Vernon Rams with a 2-1 lead over the Marion Wildcats in your regional semifinal game. Bottom of the order due up for Marion: Justin Shadowins, Jordan Evans, and Lane Alexander from Mario Manfredo's lineup. It'll be the third baseman, Shadowins, to start it off. First pitch from Fulkerson, catches the inside corner for a strike to the right-hander, 0-1.
I'll repeat again what I said last inning. Get a 1-2-3 and get back in the dugout, taking the momentum with you.
As
be thrown around.
0-1, going to miss low, 1 ball, 1 strike. We talked about also again off air, how big was that mistake in the inning?
Mm-hmm.
It was Kidder reached on a wild pitch off the strikeout that came around to score the go-ahead run.
That's the way it usually works in baseball. That leadoff guy gets on by walk, hit by pitch, reaches on a third strike, swinging and whatever. Sometimes, most of the time, it always comes back to haunt you.
2-1. It's going to be missed off the outside. Good effort by Shadow.
Bottom of the order, this is where Brock's got to make his hay a little bit, you know? Don't let anything silly happen down here in this part.
Comes inside now, and it's 3-2. Full count here to Justin Shadowins. Evans in the on-deck circle for the Wildcats. They trail by a score of 2-1. Make or break time out of the windup, Fulkerson. Fastball is going to be fouled off to stay alive. Fought off by Shadowins. Count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. Extra porta potty delivered. So now 2 Wands in there.
Got Wand 1 and Wand 2.
Yes, sir. Full count offering, front-footed ground ball, fouled on the third base line. Hazel picking up for good measure to save time.
Juan the first, Juan the second. Yeah.
Or depending on which one's been here longer, Juan the Great and Juan the Terrible.
Yeah. Juan the smell and the more smelly and less smelly.
Oh, you talk about some of those names all throughout history.
Oh,
a
lot of them there.
Full count pitch again. This one is going to be roped to the center field for a base hit.
Again. A pitch up in the zone. Brock's worked up in the zone in this game, and that pitch on a tee was laced in the center field by Shadowins for a leadoff single.
One of our great Rams sponsors, Second Chance Auto, home of the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced at $10,000 in one location. No fancy sales gimmicks, just honest deals and bank rate financing for all at Second Chance Auto, proud sponsors of the Mount Vernon Rams. 2-1 score, Rams on top. Tying run on first base for the Wildcats. As in steps the catcher, Evans. The runner's trying to go. Throw is going to be off of the mark. Good stop there by Campbell. And into second on the stolen base, Shadowins. Tying run is in scoring position for Marion. An ominous cloud overhead, but it's just that, a cloud. No precip.
Yeah, it's all around us, so we can't get too comfortable.
It is the season as we wait the 1-0 pitch here to the catcher, Evans. It comes from Fulkerson, trying to avoid the possible bunt outside. 2-0 now. Lane Alexander on deck for the Marion Wildcats. Multi-sport athlete is Alexander. As Polk looks back at the runner on second, 2-0 comes inside. Just across the corner of the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike, now to Evans.
A lot of stressful pitches here early on for Mr. Fulkerson.
A lot of stress and some angst. 2-1 the count. Polk will fire. Here it comes. Ooh. Strike on the bunt attempt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Going to try to throw behind the runner, but couldn't. Good job by Evans to get in the way. What makes this game so great? So many intangibles and things you can do to disrupt rhythm or Help yourself or hurt yourself. 2-0 coming on a curveball. It was hanging. That's going to possibly tie the ball game into the gap at left center field. Into second base will go the catcher Evans, and on back-to-back base hits to start the inning, the Marion Wildcats decided to do.
Instead, bottom of the order, you can't let crazy things happen, big runs, and that's what's going on. And Marion ties it up, and this is going to be a slugfest the way it looks.
So as we wait Alexander on the RBI double for Jordan Evans, nobody out, and a go-ahead run on second for Marion. 2-2 the score. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Rams, 2 runs, 4 hits for the Wildcats. This is going to be quite the battle. That's why they're seeded 2 and 3.
Like I said, it may not come down to starting pitching. It may come down to the bullpen if the bats keep going like this.
Of course, in the regular season, they were neck and neck in the South Summit Conference standings. As we wait the first pitch to left-hander Lane Alexander, right fielder has an RBI chance with the runner in scoring position. Going to bunt it down. They'll let it roll foul down the third base line. It'll be 0-1.
Good idea. Now, Vernon was not expecting that. You got all kinds of people tuning in this one. This is the Quincy Overalton 1-0 after 2 in baseball.
No balls, 1 strike to count to Alexander.
Edwards County up 2-0 on Windsor's 2 straws, bottom of the 4th. Now, that would be an upset because you and I kind of have been watching those scores all year, and they've been pretty good.
Up in the water in Albion right now.
You know, and it's amazing how that happens.
0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch to Alexander, shows bunt again in front of the catcher. Weber will fire on down to first, and 2-3 on the sacrifice for Alexander. Moves to go ahead and run to third base.
The bunt is not gone. It is alive and well here as Marion is using it to their advantage. Mount Vernon as well. In almost 2 innings, we've had 3 sacrifice bunts. One of them for RBI. I mean, that's the kind of game. It's a small ball game, runs at a premium, and now Tim Holloway will make a visit to the mound.
Conversation to the mound will be presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proudly supporting the Mount Vernon Rams, as well as the local community. That scoreboard update a moment ago was presented by your State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. You can find him in Mount Vernon on 42nd and South Water Tower, worldwide at TonyWilt.com, or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get you better state with State Farm. It's a 2-2 ball game. Bottom half of the second inning, Marion threatening with a go-ahead run on third. And stepping to the plate, Bryson Whitehead. He actually was plunked to lead off the bottom half of the first. Later came around to score in the RBI single for Ream. So the home plate umpire is going to come out here and tell them to get a move on with a 1 out and a runner on.
What they tell the cattle in the field, moving on.
Yeah.
Right now, this is a predicament here. I think, you know, you feel like you got to be careful mentally for Mount Vernon because you give Brock Fulkerson a 1-run lead twice, and now Marion's come back. So this is important here.
1 out, go-ahead run on third here in the bottom of the second. Rams and Wildcats all tied up at 2. Here comes a pitch. Good pitch, but misses. 1-0 the count now to Whitehead. Back to the top of the order for Marion against Brock Fulkerson. 4-3 is where he finished the regular season. A big game here today is the 1-0. It's a check swing. It's not going to matter on the outer half of the plate. 1-1. Big crowd on hand for Brendan Klein Memorial Field on your IHSA Class 3A Regional semifinal day. Another strike right across the heart of the plate. 1-2 to Whitehead.
Got to keep it at 2-2 if you're Brock Fulkerson.
Regional championship game will be Saturday at 11 o'clock. The winner gets Carbondale, who's able to say gotten a little hot. It's a 1-2 outside. Good waste. Not going to chase, however. It's 2-2. Carbondale beat Heron 2-0 on Memorial Day at home. Came in and beat the number 1 Centralia Orphans 4-3 yesterday. A game where neither team really looked all that great. 2-2 coming from Polk. Oh! Just misses. Count is full.
I thought he swung. I thought it was a strike. Bring that baby up. That was a strike either way, either by swing or by outside corner. That was a fooled umpire.
Now the count full. 1 out. The go-ahead run on third base for the Wildcats. The number 2 seed in this regional as the make-or-break pitch is coming. Fastball swung and a miss.
Second out. That's huge. Huge to get that strikeout. Now your infield can go back a little bit. They don't have to sit up front playing in. They can play back, knock it down, get the out at first.
So in steps Corbin McReekin. He had a 2-3 sacrifices last time. Got the runner in the scoring position. That run later came around to score. What will he do here as he takes a pitch low and away for ball one? 2-2 the score. Rams and Wildcats all tied up here in the bottom half of the third inning. 2 outs and a runner on third for Marion. Pitch is going to be just missing low and away.
And the thing about it is the pitch count's decent, but it's a lot of stressful pitches for Brock early, and that does not bode well for pitchers wanting to hang around.
That takes all of it out of you as the 2-0 comes, and this one going to be lifted into center, but there's Blake Jones. He'll make the play. Wildcats come back to tie it, but they strand a runner here in the second. We are through 2. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Byer-Nolan, and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OBGYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important, so why not get OBGYN care right here close to home by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care. Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
2-2 ball game as we head to the top of the third. Top of the order due up for the Mount Vernon Rams. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. They've stranded 1. For the Wildcats, 2 runs on 4 hits. They've stranded 3. Brian Campbell, Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber to start things off here for the Rams, who have managed to score in every inning, but so have the Wildcats. And that's how we're tied at 2.
Mike Young listening in. Got a lot of people hitting the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports today.
Of course, we're worldwide at WMIXsports.com. We are also WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. We just passed the top of the 5 o'clock hour in the Central Time Zone. As the first pitch of the inning comes low and away to Campbell. It's 1-0. See what the Rams shortstop can do here. Ground out 1-6-3 as last time, and now takes another pitch overthrown outside. 2-0.
Well, snuggle in, folks. It's going to be a dandy.
It's the way postseason should be. The Orphans and Terriers about the same way yesterday. Terriers finally won that 4-3. As the 2-0 comes, this is 3-0. That was a game where Carbondale had 2 runs on no hits. About midway through the game, the Orphans were starting to cruise. We're up 3-2 at one point. And the Terriers just happened to battle back, and the Orphans stranded the pair in the bottom of the 7th. Ooh, nice 3-1 count now. That's a great pitch. A little up in the zone, but a strike nonetheless. It's 3 balls, 1 strike to Campbell. Hitter's count here for the Rams shortstop, just a junior, as this is going to be in.
Hit twice. Hit on the first swing through and on the second swing through. Yeah.
Back here to one.
Things start rolling. 2-2 now, Edwards County and Windsor. Johnston City and Freeburg tied at 2 in the third. That would be a huge win for JC.
Count is full. Here comes the pitch on the way. That was the first one. Was at the North Place sectional. The second one, I believe, at the Harrisburg
Now, think about this one. If Freeburg wins today, Freeburg and Chester would have to drive from the Mississippi River almost to the Ohio River or Wabash to play at Harrisburg Sectional.
Have fun with that, Doris Heights.
Dictionary, geography, all the above.
Rand McNally as we wait the full count. Pitch comes low and away. It's going to be a leadoff walk to Campbell. We'll see if that comes back to haunt the Wildcats. It's haunted everybody else so far today.
I was implying dictionary isn't spell the word and look at the definition of geography.
Gotcha.
I mean, there's no reason that should be going on, but oh well. Now Mr. Millwood will step in. Will he bunt or will he swing away?
Goes to show that sometimes things are assumed as far as who may get where.
I'm just curious because I'd always been told that in order to host postseason, and especially sectional long, you had to have grass infield and/or lights, or both. And funny that last night and around the state, there are some schools hosting that have dirt infields for baseball. Thought that was interesting.
Just a quick check on the runner at first, Ryan Campbell. Sometimes things just don't make sense.
Not that there's a problem with it, but just curious, because I had heard that over the years, why, this place couldn't get this or this place couldn't get that. Just curious.
What they've always said, they being a rather large group of people, as a bunt dropped down off of the mound, Ream will come to get it. Only play will be the first. It just beats Reed Millwood to the bag on the throw. And that'll be a sacrifice, 1-3.
Well, that works out.
Now for the Rams to go ahead run is in scoring position. 2-2 ball game if you're just joining us here in the top of the third.
4 runs, 6 hits through 2 innings of play, and both teams not bashful or scared, and shouldn't be as many times as they've played over the years at both levels.
The 2-2 ball game. Rams hoping to unlock the tie here. Weber had a home run in the first with 2 outs. Give the Rams a 1-0 lead. Let's see what happens here on the first pitch. You'll see it's across the outside corner, 0-1 to the right-handed catcher. Really, First Bank of the Heartland. 5 Jefferson County branches makes them the market leader. Also the official voice of Rams baseball here on WMIX. Alfred and Dix, Woodlawn and Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Ask about the one account. Weber is ready to pounce. 0-1 pitch coming. It's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike here to the senior catcher, Weber. Actually, no longer a senior catcher.
Monica Young listening in. Says Go Rams on Twitter.
Glad to have everybody on AM 940 and or WMIXsports.com. Give us a follow on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. It's a 1-1. Going to be driven deep into center field, and that one is going to get away and bounce all the way to the fence. The Rams are going to take a 3-2 lead on the RBI by Weber. He'll trip up around second. He'll have to go back to the bag. It'll be an RBI double for Weber.
Well, he has 2 hits and about 700 foot worth of hits, does Tommy Weber, and the Rams again get another run and take the lead.
A very nice atmosphere, a great crowd on hand, paying the money to see this one at Brennan Klein Memorial Field, site of the Mount Vernon Regional. The Illinois High School Association Class 3A Baseball Regional, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Marion Wildcats in the semifinal matchup.
Now, his teammates may give him a hard time about blowing a tire out coming around turn 2 out there, but he gets a little bit of a hard time, but teammates love it because he did put a RBI double, Rams up 3-2.
Well, he's hit for extra bases today. There's no doubt about that. Pike stands in. 1 out and some insurance aboard second base as the Rams take a 3-2 lead. Ream looks back at Weber on second, or his courtesy runner, rather, Story, is just going to come in on Pike, but it's a strike. Apparently crowding the plate as it's 0-1 to the Ram first baseman. Interesting.
Back and forth we go.
I feel like it's not going to be one for the weak at heart as it's 0-1 here to Pike. A runner on second and only 1 out in the top of the third. Rams the visitors today as the lower seed in this matchup. Pike lays off a pitch high. It's 1-1. Vertically, that was about the same place as the first pitch.
Everybody's kind of giving Weber a hard time in there about running bases. Tell him it's easy now. Slow down. Got to go back in for a wedge adjustment. Around a camber. Be ready to go.
1 ball, 1 strike to Pike. That's going to be in again. Swung on a miss. 1-2.
Good movement on the fastball. Darted inside to the left-handed hitter. Didn't go low down the left-handed hitting wheelhouse. Went inside waist high. No way left-hand hitters can hit that pitch.
Tough pitch to hit. Why he threw it. And now 1-2 the count with 1 out on Jake Pike. Base hit could extend the lead. Ground ball will be to second. It'll go to the first from McRegan. Good grab by Goodman. He's been obviously a huge difference in this Marion defense. That's Goodman.
Positive out there by Jake Pike. It's one of those where you swing and you hit one to the left side and the runner can advance. At least you're going to make an out. He did move the runner over 90 feet.
That'll bring in BJ, Blake Jones. Another run, possibly waiting on third base. 3-2 score here in the top of the third. 2 outs, a runner on third, as I said. Jones, the center fielder, will stand in against Chandler. Ream back out of the windup. Here comes the first pitch. Jones gets underneath it, pops it up right side. Corbin McReekin will make the grab. So there go the Rams. They score another here in the third, but will it be enough? It's 3-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball.
Welcome back, AM 940 and WMIXSports.com as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. 3-4-5 for the Wildcats. Chandler Ream, the pitcher, will lead it off. He had an RBI single his last time. Rams take advantage of a Marion mistake in the third, and they take a 3-2 lead as Fulkerson will have a curveball fouled off. 0-1.
Yeah. Mount Vernon, for the third time, gives Brock Fulkerson a run lead to work with. The mental part is, if he can hold it and get to the dugout, it would probably spur Mount Vernon a little bit. If Marion comes back again to tie or take the lead, then trouble brewing.
0-1 the count on the pitcher, Ream. Has factored in today already offensively. Told you an RBI single a moment ago. This time could be fisted into right field. Jines will come up. He'll charge, and he'll make a one-handed grab. And that's the first out. Tough sun field, even though there are some clouds today. Still a tough sun field. Giants came in and put one hand up. Big old mid of his squeezed it in the glove for the out. Video streaming returns in August. Mount Vernon Rams football hosting Taylorville on Friday, August 29th. Video is powered by Ridley College. Log on to rlc.edu. See how you can save thousands of dollars on your collegiate education as a curveball comes inside on Carter. Catches for a strike. 0-1 to the Marion shortstop. Where's number 2, multi-sport athlete at Marion? As many of these kids are, another curveball in on the plate. 0-2. That was a 12-6 dropper there. Wonder if he'd go back with it one more time. See what happens. Since he's not offered anything. Oh, no, he's ready. Here it comes. High fastball for the waist pitch, 1-2. That fastball looks that much faster when it does that. Get that curveball. One out, nobody on to the Wildcats. Home half of the third. They trail 3-2 with the 1-2 pitch coming. That's going to be called third strike. 2 outs on the board for the Rams. Carter was guessing the whole time up there, all 4 pitches. And you could tell he was guessing curveball there and got locked up and couldn't do anything with it. That's when you got a hitter up there trying to get in the pitcher's mind. The pitcher's mind is locked up and you're not getting a look. That'll bring in Zep Goodman. He struck out swinging his last time. That's back in the first. 2 outs, empty bases here in the bottom of the third. Rams on top 3-2 as the pitch comes curveball. Could be a grounder. Slow roller gets to Reed Millwood, picks up with the glove, threw over to first base. Rams get their 1-2-3 inning. Now head to the top of the fourth, up 3-2. This is Mount Vernon baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Hi, I saw your ad for a checking account that earns interest on my money.
Oh, yes, that's our plutonium account, and it requires $50,000 to open.
What? How am I supposed to grow my money when I can't even afford to open the account?
Introducing Kasasa, free checking, where even the smallest balance earns high yields, plus refunds on ATM fees nationwide. Try Kasasa.com. Kasasa.
Visit People's National Bank or peoplesnationalbank.com for your Kasasa checking. Member FDIC.
Bad credit, no problem. Auto Mart of Salem is here to help. Auto Mart of Salem is your local shop here, pay here headquarters. Quality cars, vans, SUVs, and trucks in stock now. All credit applications are accepted. Shop here and pay here at Auto Mart of Salem, 1819 West Main, Salem, Illinois. Shop online at automartofsalem.com or call us at 618-548-8611.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Hunter Schrader manning the controls back at our Mount Vernon studio. Rams take a 3-2 lead into the top of the fourth as we see Braden Smith, Derek Hayes, and Zach Jines. It's been a game of mistakes, believe it or not, both teams having taken advantage. It was Braden Smith who took advantage of a wild pitch on strike 3 and took first base. Ended up coming around to score at the time, giving the Rams a 2-1 lead. Marion then answered in the bottom half of the inning, but haven't answered that third Mount Vernon run as a high fastball with Will Smith. Swings and misses for 0-1.
Well, into the fourth, and the first inning where nobody scored. The bottom of the third, first half inning, I should say.
The 0-1 coming to the designated hitter, and that'll be fouled off or just a weird pitch, nothing to do. Either way, it's
remember, Smith struck out his first time up, but reached base and ended up scoring. So, interestingly enough, a hit by pitch, a leadoff walk, swinging strikeout, leadoff single. All these guys early on in the order are at bat with no outs or 1 out, getting on and scoring in this game.
0-2 pitch, fouled back near us. The backstop netting stays the same count, 0-2 for the Ram DH. Winning Edge has a great assortment of Rams apparel, but see what they can do for your employee team. Equip your employee team in style. Make the call to the bullpen to Winning Edge, downtown Mount Vernon, or online at winningedgeusa.com. 0-2 count here on the DH, and chases a high fastball again, and Smith re-retired on strikes.
What? Mr. Ream, you don't get to see this very often, but to see Fulkerson and Ream throw today, it's a pleasure to watch. Not just throwers, you have pitchers on the mound.
We have a pitching matchup today where both guys seem to be relatively composed. You have seen a few stressful pitches, we said, but both seem to be a little bit more composed than the game yesterday.
Wiley veteran.
There you go. Hayes will take a first pitch off the plate, 4-1-0. Singled, but was stranded on third back in the second. An inning that was just a great defensive play away from becoming a couple of runs for the Rams as Carter stepped in front of the second base bag to force Zach Brookman to a 6-3 to retire the side. Chases one high, but fouls it off. It's 1-1. Derek Hayes doing the batting with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the fourth.
Chris Carpenter got that foul ball.
He did.
I have Ryan Guy here to my left. He's about ready to fall asleep, I think.
Mentioned ever so closely to you, though.
I know I got a new nickname for him here, though.
As the inchworm, as the 1-1.
No.
You get low in the dirt, 2-1.
Risky business.
Yep. Okay. Well, you read the sides of his glass.
I know. Risky business. He takes them off.
Except I don't see them. They're supposed to say, like, have hashtags and stuff on them.
No, it just says, on the side.
I see. You paid all that extra money just for that.
Yeah, risky business.
The 2-1 coming. That's going to be a ground ball. Fair ball down the third base line. That was inside the bag and everything.
Oh,
ball allowed.
My. It is the week of the French Open. You could go down there. There was white powder that blew up behind that bag. I guarantee you if this was the French Open, there would be a challenge, and it would be fair ball. That blew up chalk back there.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Ever so close to a big hit, Derek Hayes. 1 out, nobody on, 2-2 the count. Hayes, of course, singled back in the second, but was stranded on third base. 2-2, we await the Ream offering. Here it comes out of the windup. Outside, dirty, low, almost got away. Full count now for the Ram hot corner. Great day to take this one in. Cloudy skies making it not quite as hot. Still the feeling of humidity in the air. Yesterday, the sun bear down on the field for the entire game. Full count. 1 out, nobody on here for Hayes in a 3-2 Ram-led ball game. And that's going to be outside for a walk.
Well, good start. Hayes on again. Here we go.
One out, 1 on for the Rams. They lead at 3-2 at the top of the fourth. Rams the visitors on the scoreboard today. Marion the 2 seed, the Rams the 3 seed in this 5-team regional rather. Pitch on the way to Jines. He'll swing through and miss. 0-1. He had a sacrifice bunt. Safety bunt earlier. 1-3. He was retired. We got the runs added in to make it 2-1 at the time. been a back-and-forth affair. First goose egg was hung in the bottom of the third. Rams got a 1-2-3 inning out of the Wildcats as they check on the runner at first, Hayes. Not much doing over there. Carbondale beat Heron on Monday 2-0, and then came back yesterday to beat Centralia 4-3. They have a regional championship date with the winner of these two teams on Saturday at 11. 0-1 the count. Here comes outside, low. 1-1 to Giants. The regional shifted to Waterloo a couple of years back, kind of gave a couple of the teams a different look. That quickly changed. It did. They realized that was a bad idea.
And Giants' throw came in and either got him on the side in the ribs or hit him or Hayes in the face. Diving back in there at first. Community First Bank of the Heartland is your market leader in Jefferson County. Find them in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina, or online at comfirstbank.net where you can learn more all about that one checking, free checking with high-yield interest. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 1 ball, 1 strike to count here to the right fielder, Jines. 1 out of the inning, 1 on. He will send 1 toward the third base dugout. Well, it'll play. It'll be 1-2. There'll be some interesting regional finals up at Salem in softball. Effingham upset Mater Dei. Oh, yeah.
So they play Centralia at Salem on Saturday. Down in Heron in softball will be Heron and rematch of last year.
Yeah. Same time, same bat channel.
Of course, in this regional a year ago, it was Mount Vernon and Centralia battling for an hour and 2 minutes. Not going to be the case this year, but can the Rams be on the other side of that matchup? Leading 3-2 in the top of the fourth. 1 on, 1 out, 1-2 the count on the batter, the right fielder, Giants. Ream set, here comes. Curveball, waved at and missed. There's your second out.
That was nasty. Took a little more off of that pitch, more like a slow curveball. And Zach Bergman, a guy who's had a hot stick in the last couple of weeks of the regular season, steps in. Try a little 2-out bingo here.
Right-handed Brookman, the number 9 batter in the lineup, got hot toward the end of the regular season. Rams know they could use a base hit here with 2 outs and the runner on first, only up 1, as this is going to be planted foul into the parking lot. It'll be 0-1 to Brookman. He'll get a second chance at it. Second Chance Auto is one of our great sponsors. Find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Your home for the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. Many reasons why. They've been around for over 34 years, and they've been supporting the Mount Vernon Rams every step of the way. So 0-1 to Brookman as the pitcher Ream peers in at his catcher. He's going to fire over to first to check on the runner as they do their best to keep Mr. Hayes honest over there at first base. No balls and a strike to Brookman. 2 outs, the runner on first. Ream looks back at second. Nobody there. Looks back again. Looks back. Here it comes. In on the hand. Ground ball. They'll go to second for the lead out. That'll take care of the Rams here in the fourth. We're halfway home through 3.5. It's 3-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome you back. Brennan Klein Memorial Field, site of your IHSA Class 3A Baseball Regional. It's a semifinal today between the Rams and the Marion Wildcats. Now Vernon on top 3-2. It'll be Brandon Osborne, the left fielder, lead it off. Fulkerson's first pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Shadowins and Evans to follow, barring any changes in Marty Manfredo's lineup. This team finished 18-9 in the regular season. I won't get a chance to finish this sentence. It's a quick ground ball to Hayes. He'll pick it up. Fire over to first, taking his time. Yeah, making the right throw, and it's one away.
I was going to run it over there for a second. Took about 3 or 4 steps before he threw it. And made the play, though. It's the March. That's the important part.
South 7 this year won by Centralia. They finished 8-2. Outs off with 7-3. They're both eliminated.
Neither one won a regional.
Yeah.
Neither one won a regional game.
Curveball is going to be fouled off toward the first base dugout. It'll be 0-1 here to Justin Shadowins. The Wildcats were next in third place at 6-4. Again, the Rams were 5-5 in fourth place. Carbondale, I think everybody's early pick to click, finished 4-6, and then Yapkahokia finishing at 6. This will be lifted into center. Jones will take a step back, then make the run on in to make the grab, and there's your second out. I don't knock in the jinx of pitchers, so I'm not going to say what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was looking at my stat line as well. He's starting to get on a groove. Some of the Terriers are over here. They just arrived to our right about an inning ago, taking this one in. I see a lot of the students from both schools here today as well.
That's big, because you don't get a lot of that. So much going on in the spring as a curveball comes inside, but a strike. It's 0-1.
That wasn't a strike. House is inside.
House is in the batter's box.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
0-1 across the plate, 0-2. Of course, the thing I worry about is you often can't hear whispering on the AM radio, so we're good to go there.
Right. I'm just telling you right now that if I had that zone, I could go out there and pitch. But it is what it is. Mount Vernon 1 out away from 2 back-to-back goose eggs.
Marion. 0-2 coming. That's going to be... He made the ball on us, so it's a foul ball.
No. That's a foul ball. Tim Holloway's going to come out and discuss. They're going to look at the base umpire.
He made an attempt at it.
He made an attempt and hit him on the hands, which is on the bat.
Right.
Didn't hit him on the arm. The plate umpire said it hit him on the forearm. Now Tim Holloway ran out. Thomas Weber said something to him, and it hit him on the hand. So
both, but that's okay.
That's fine. They'll give you a hit by pitch.
That's how it's been the entire regional, so it is how it is. We're blessed with what we see on a daily basis. 2 outs. A runner on first here, as hit by a pitch is Evans. That'll bring in Lane Alexander, who had a 2 free snackers last time.
And important to note that the home plate umpire did go out and ask the base umpire, hey, I made this call. Can you make sure I got it right? And that's good to see. You don't have any egos or anybody stepping in saying, I got it, I'm not going to ask. Good job by this crew. Hired, of course, by the IHSA.
Yes. 2 outs, 1 on for the Wildcats. Tying run on first base for Lane Alexander, the left-handed right fielder. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, 3-2 score, Rams on top. Thought they were out of the inning, or almost out of the inning, and now a pitch low. Going to have to come back and mentally prepare for this with a 1-0 count on the batter, Alexander.
You need to get this guy out and not roll over the lineup and let the top of the order get a whack at things with the runners on.
1-0 pitch on its way, and this is going to be a ground ball. Coming in on it is Millwood. Nice screen by the runner, inadvertently, of course. Millwood still able to make the play. So the Wildcats going to break and strand a runner. We head to the top of the 5th, 3-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe Davey Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Registration for fall classes at Rend Lake College is going on now. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, RLC can put you on the fast track to a new career or to continue your education. More affordable than four-year universities and private schools, you can save thousands of dollars at RLC. Our trained academic counselors will make sure you're on the right path, whether you plan to transfer to a four-year university or head straight into the workforce. Walk-in registration continues through August 15th. Call us at 437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rend Lake College, your journey starts here.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Top of the order in the top of the fifth for the Mount Vernon Rams. They lead this regional semifinal by a score of 3-2 over the Marion Wildcats. It'll be Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber barring any changes for Tim Holloway's lineup. This game presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Asked about one checking, free checking is high yield interest. Big inning for the Rams here, I think.
I'll throw it down. I think it's huge. I think you need to get another run or two up, obviously. But behave now. Yep.
Oh, yes. Under close guard now.
Yes. What are you taping up there?
Bug.
What?
A bug.
Oh, I'm like, what are you doing? I thought maybe you were going to hang something stat-wise or something. Top of the order. This is Mount Vernon needs a run or two out of this.
Against Ream, as this is going to be a hard hit ground ball. The third. Shadowins picks up, fires across the diamond. There's Goodman.
I'm telling you right now, for the much rain as this area has received in the last week or two, I'm amazed at how hard this infield is.
Oh, they're
Baltimore chopped ground balls everywhere.
They weren't praying for rain. They said this field needs rain, if that makes sense.
Rice farmers are doing very well. I saw in southeast Missouri loving this weather. Nobody else is. But I'm just amazed at how hard this infield is.
One out, nobody on for Millwood. It still take a first pitch strike for 0-1.
Good mix of concrete.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Tony Welch, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. And get to a better state with State Farm. He presents our scoreboard updates from out of town. Fun attempt. It's a strike regardless. 0-2.
On the corner. It was a strike.
As both pitchers trying to find their groove. Rams with a 3-2 lead here in the top of the fifth. One out, nobody on for Millwood. The 0-2 pitch is on its way. And this will be a ground ball. Looks like the pitcher came up with it. I was screened. 1-3 is the play.
Boy, that ball was on a rope. Millwood hit it hard. It just happened to find the cowhide of the pitcher, and Reed made a good play and threw him out. Marion will have top of the order in the bottom of this inning. And as big as it is, that's huge as far as this game goes.
They'll bring in Thomas Weber, the Ram catcher, who homered back in the first, had an RBI double in the third. An important part of the Ram offense. 2 outs, bases empty, and the catcher will take one low in the dirt, 1-0. Rend Lake College can save you thousands on your collegiate education. Find out how at rlc.edu and see which degree or certificate program is right for you. 1-0 coming to Weber. Outside. Hits the corner, 1-1.
Yeah. Darker now. Overcast. Clouds are thickening up.
2 outs and an even count of 1 ball and 1 strike to Thomas Weber. Pitch from Ream is going to be a hard hit ground ball to short. Shouldn't be a problem for Carter. He'll fire it across the diamond and drop by the first baseman.
About the time you think it's okay. Carter took his time. Probably should have charged it, not let the third hop get to him. Then rushed the throw and threw in the dirt, and there was nothing a Goodman can do that time. He's 6. Here's a guy's due.
Pike definitely had a hot middle this season, looking to have a strong start to the end of the season as he's going to carry this Ram team. Other than Weber, and Fulkerson, really the lone 3 that had any significant time at all last year on the team that went to state. 1 on, 2 out. Pike looking to rip one, swings the high fastball and fouls it off. 0-1.
Where are you going? Our PA guy was scared. He was flinching. The ball's 15 feet above our heads.
PA guy's not used to it.
No, he's
the cowardly lion of the WMIX sports team.
Risky business. RB.
0-1 the count. 1 on, 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. 3-2 ball game. Rams on top. Ream looks back towards second. Looks back again. Nobody there. Here it comes. Fires it low, evens the count at 1-1.
I didn't know the sunglasses are 30 years old cost that much.
They do.
Wow.
Well, they're customized. They have Twitter hashtags on them.
Yeah. Because that's the first thing I look at is sunglasses.
Makes you more like Stanley or Phillips as opposed to, or even Allen as opposed to risky business.
I hear you. Those glasses got ditched pretty quick on the risky business mention.
They're a nice look. Fun shades. If you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
No comment on mine or yours.
No, ours are up to date.
They're functional.
They're functional.
1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Current.
2 gone, runner on first for the Rams. Jake Pike stands in. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ground ball, but there's the first baseman. Goodman, another 5 plays. 3 unassisted to retire the side. We're through 4.5. 3-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get at a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the bottom of the 5th for the Marion Wildcats. Bryson Whitehead, Corbin McRegan, and Chandler Ream in the Marion lineup. They trail 3-2 here as we head to the home half of this 5th inning. Brock Fulkerson still looking to go strong. First pitch, curveball that just misses low. 1-0 here to the center fielder.
Brock has 53 pitches through 4 innings. Hopefully, if he does it right, he won't have to see the top of the order again.
1-0 coming, 1-0 misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 coming. Whitehead takes a strike on the outside corner of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th, 3-2, Rams on top.
Third time through the order now for Brock Fulkerson.
Now misses the spot low, 3-1. Spots are hard to come by.
You don't want to go lead off walk.
Instead, it'll be possibly, nope, a diving stop by Millwood makes the play over to first, not in time.
Yeah, grass floated down, but not enough. Millwood had to range to his left a long way, and simply Whitehead beat it out for an infield single to lead off the bottom of the 5th.
Otto's going to see its way through the right side of the infield, and Millwood made a nice diving try toward the bag on the skin of the grass. Made the throw, but not in time, and now that'll bring in McRegan with 1 on and nobody out here in the 5th.
You know, that's been a good picture to have.
Yeah.
Right over there in that first base dugout, second baseman diving toward the ball, toward the line.
Shows a bunt down the first base line. Pike will pick it up, try to tag the runner, does tag the runner. Not going to have a chance with the double play, but a good sacrifice there by McRegan.
Good sack. There's another good picture somebody could have had.
Yeah,
I guess when you leave early, you take one picture. I guess that's what happened.
He's gone and tuned in is what he did.
Yeah. Smoke this place.
Yeah. 1 on, 1 out, the tying run in scoring position for Chandler Ream. Had an RBI single in the first, but flew out to right his last time. Community First Bank of the Heartland, always bank on your hometown team. Mount Vernon Dix, Whip on the 9, never far away in Jefferson County as Ream's going to back out of the box.
A single. Flew out to right. Contact high.
See what he does against Fulkerson here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out, tying run on second. Out of the stretch comes a Fulkerson offering. This is going to be line foul. Somehow misses all the vehicles, and it's not there.
Somehow. Those are kind of foul balls that screech through the parking lot that end up hitting something and costing somebody money.
Kind of foul balls to keep Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent, busy. He presents our scoreboard updates. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town as Fulkerson's going to step off the back of the rubber and look the runner back to second.
Marion's seen that play a time or two over the years.
0-1 the count on the batter, Chandler Ream. Right now the pitcher for the Wildcats. The shortstop Carter on deck. And the head ball trick's not going to work.
No, not on a conference team it won't. Good idea. They applaud. Marion applauds. Good acting. Windsor's 2 Strauss leads Edwards County 3-2 in the 7th, making us look good as far as predictions go.
Everybody can have a rough start.
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you what, South Central Windsor on Saturday would be a heck of a ball game.
Should be.
Which gets back to another thing. Why are softball and baseball started on different days? There's all kinds of things about spring I don't understand.
0-1 the count, 1 gone. 3-2 ball game. Rams on top. Tying Marion Run is on second. Here comes. Inside for a strike. 0-2.
Well, big one more. Get a strikeout here. I can't believe they tried that play against the conference team. Hasn't worked since, Carbondale?
No.
Centralia?
Centralia.
Yeah. That demoralized Centralia. Marty Manfredo's seen that trick time or two.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to be fooled. Either is Coach Krause down there at first.
0-2 the count, 1 out. Chandler Ream, the batter. Here comes the pitch from Fulkerson. Ground ball through the shortstop. Campbell fires over to first. Good grab by Pike. Ooh. And there's the second out, 6-3.
Ooh. The arm of Campbell out through the legs of Ream, and Ream made it a close play.
So it'll be up to Colton Carter. Here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 ball game. Rams on top. Tying run on third, however, for Carter, who singled and struck out looking. It's another chance here. There's always a second chance at Second Chance Auto. You're home for the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced under $10,000 in one location. No fancy sales gimmicks, just honest deals at Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. But that bank rate financing for everybody. Second Chance Auto, proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams for over 34 years.
Big weekend. Sectionals, 1A, 2A. Baseball, softball, regionals, 3A, 4A. Baseball, softball, state track meet boys. State tennis meet boys.
Huge weekend as Colt Carter, the shortstop, will stand in and take a ball low, 1-0.
Strike zone floats around today, doesn't it?
A little bit. I don't know if the plate's jumping. I think the zone itself is.
Yeah.
Have to adapt. 1-0 the count to Carter. Here comes. Ground ball third. Hayes, no problem up the hop. Takes his time on the throw over across the diamond. And the Rams get out of another inning. It's the Wildcats strand their 5th run of the afternoon. It's 3-2 Mount Vernon through 5. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Raise your hand if you're tired of showing up for a service appointment only to sit around a waiting room. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer at King City Chrysler Center. Our express lane fast oil changes and more provide quick, convenient service with no appointment needed. Our specialists are on hand to wait on you with lanes dedicated just for your oil changes, tire rotation, brake inspections, batteries, bulbs, wiper blades, air filter replacements, and more. We will also perform complimentary vehicle inspection with every oil change. We work around your schedule, open weekdays from 7:30 until 5 and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until noon. See Express Lane Fast Oil Changes and more for all of your service needs, and we will get you back on the road quick. We're located at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Just another reason you can count on us.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com, as we head to the top of the 6th for Blake Jones, Braden Smith, and Derek Hayes in the Ram lineup. Chandler Reams still the pitcher for the Wildcats in this top half of the 6th. Rams on top by a score of 3-2. Win, move on, lose, go home. Those are your two options here in this IHSA Class 3A Regional. The Wildcats looking for their first day with a regional title game since, I believe, I don't think they were in that regional title game at Waterloo. That's a mystery. This is going to be bunted down left side. Jones trying to bunt for a base hit. Shadow is out of glove trouble on the transition. Well, it's going to be tough to throw out Jones, and he's safe on first.
When the third baseman was deferred to by the pitcher to make the play with a base hit, I don't think if Shadowins comes up with a cleanly, he throws out Blake Jones.
Official score over there in the dugout would agree.
That's a hit.
Of course, he sees things like we do.
Yeah, we're tougher than the average bear. Here comes Braden Smith, chance to bunt over.
Well, I'd be ready for it this time with a runner on and nobody out. Top of the 6th. Rams on top 3-2. They win. They play Carbondale Saturday. They lose. They're done. However, can do no worse than a game over 500 on this 2014 season. However, they want more than that. They want at least 20 and more. Here comes. Bunt pops up. Ruh-roh. Giving chase his, the catcher, at the first base territory. And luckily, it's a strike for the Rams.
Yep, that got down. That's a break. Spent a lot of time in the air. Tim Holloway down, telling him you got to get their bat, legs in this position. Freeburg leads Johnson City after 4, 5-2. The winner of that game gets Chester Saturday at Harrisburg.
No balls and a strike, and he at bats to Braden Smith, the designated hitter. He has reached on a strikeout and struck out as he'll bunt the runner over to second, 1-3 on the sacrifice. First out of the inning and an RBI chance for Derek Hayes.
Much better look with the bat and the body. Got the bunt down. He knows it. He's going to go to the dugout and get the glad hand, and now Hayes and Jines and Brookman have to get something going here with the 6.
Well, for Hayes, he's made good contact today. Singled in the second. Had one foul down the third base line. That was him, I think. I believe it was. Called foul, looked fair.
Yeah.
Now it's an RBI chance. Runner on second, 1 out here in the 6th. Looking for some insurance. Is batted foul towards the backstop, and it's 0-1 to the Ram third bagger.
Got to signal that, Mr. Umpire. It's foul. Didn't raise his arms up to signal foul ball.
Especially with a runner on second. Top of the 6th, 3-2 ball game. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Rams. They've stranded 4. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Wildcats. They've stranded 5. The 0-1 on its way to Hayes. He'll look it in as a strike off of the outside corner. 0-2 now. Hayes is 1 for 1 today. He's walked and singled, but stranded both times. Now you're at the top of the 6th is a great opportunity. Always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank of the Heartland. The official voice of the Rams on WMIX. Always find them in Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Hayes probably does me a favor by backing out, trying to disrupt the rhythm of Chandler Ream, but doing a pretty good job of it. Ream not happy. A little crotchety about it out there. Runner on second would be insurance for the Rams. They lead 3-2. It's Blake Jones. He bunted his way on for a single, and now it's high. 1-2 to Hayes.
It's a routine sort. I want to keep things going.
Well,
3-3, Edwards County. Tied it up.
I believe they're going by the Blue Devils this year.
Yeah.
Could change the hatchets if they combine all of their cooperative effort in every sport. As this one is going to be ripped into left field for a base hit. Jones will get to third. It'll be runners to the corners from a 1-out single.
Derek Hayes, 2 for 2 today. A couple of signals.
It's even better than a bunt.
And a pinch hitter, Gunnar Lundius. Gunnar Lundius is now hitting in this spot. That was close. I tried.
Gunnar Lundius doing the batting for the Rams.
Yeah. I have to write it down next time.
Well, I said anytime you do that, say, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now batting, pinch hitting for the Mount Vernon Rams, but that's okay.
Train. He did all right. I would
fine. Yeah. He's thinking
that's okay.
He's thinking of siblings. That's okay. Yeah. Or relation. There is a Connor Lundius that does exist.
Yeah, it's all right.
This is Gunnar. That's all right.
Welcome to Live Mics, and everybody know more than you.
Yep. That's how it works. Everybody knows more than you until they pick up the microphone.
Yeah.
So it's 1 out. 2 aboard here. Runners to the corners for the Rams. Could be a big inning. Need to make something happen. And Gunnar Lundius, this is what he was brought up for, to be a pinch hitter in this type of situation and maybe come up with a good bat. But Marty Manfredo is going to have a conversation with the mound. It'll be presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proudly support the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams. 3-2 ball game, top of the 6th. Runners to the corners, 1 out. For pinch hitter, sophomore Gunnar Lundius.
Sit all game, get into a moment like this where you can really do some damage and give Mount Vernon a little bit bigger lead.
No doubt about that.
That's a long meeting. Umpire is going to clean the plate, not worried about going out there. Thomas Weber is going to go out and tell something to Gunnar Lundius. Catcher might have picked something up. I think he might have. How interesting is that?
What it takes this time of year, you need a leader in the clubhouse. Senior catcher may have seen something, comes out, tells the younger sophomore pinch hitter. Well, what's going down? 3-2 ball game, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Rams. They stranded 4, trying not to make it 6. Won't be 6 if Lundius can do something to advance the runners here. With 1 out in the top of the 6th inning, hanging on to a 3-2 lead. Ream doesn't appear to be too fatigued. Maybe not physically. As the pitch will come, Lundius shows bunt, pulls back to the strike, runner to second, no throw, obviously. That works.
Lundius showed the bat to the father of the catcher, Evans, no throw, and now the Rams with second and third, 1 out, and these at-bats become even bigger.
So no balls, 1 strike to Lundius, a pinch hitter for Zach Jines. Out of the windup, this one was almost thrown away. It's well outside, 1-1, good stop by Jordan Evans, the catcher. Red Lake College presents our video streaming. Find them online at rlc.edu. See how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Video streaming returns with Mount Vernon Rams football in August. Against Taylorville week 1 as the 1-1 counts here. That's side corner for 1-2.
Good pitch. Infield in for Marion at all 4 spots.
Center fielder shallow and straight away. 1-2 the count here on Lundius. 1 out, runners on second and third for the Rams, hanging on to a 3-2 advantage. And Lundius will chase a pitch outside. It gets away. The catcher's going to have to throw down to first. Not going to score the runner, and there's your second out.
That's big. Good play by Evans behind the plate to knock that ball down. Look Jones back a little bit, quick throw to first, and then the pitcher did a great job of coming in behind the catcher to cover the plate, and that prevented Jones from even coming home.
Brooklyn had a bit of a hot streak to conclude the regular season. Use some of that heat here. 2 on, 2 out, top of the 6th, a 3-2 ball game. As the Rams looking to advance to Saturday morning's regional championship game on their home field. Ream out of the windup. Here comes. Outside corner for a strike to the right-handed Brooklyn. 0-1. You would assume that would be the only time we see Lundius today. Giants will probably re-enter back in the right field. We won't try to get too into Tim Holloway's set here. As the count is 0-1 on Zach Brookman, the left fielder, 0 for 2 today. 2 hard hit ground balls. And now going to take one inside. They'll throw behind the runner.
Got a run scored.
Yep. The Rams get a run scored, take a 4-2 lead on the rundown. Great base running by the Rams here. Hayes is going to be out, and that's okay. It was by design, and the Rams take a 4-2 lead. We're through 5.5, 4-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Home half of the 6th we go. It's 4-2 Mount Vernon on top. Blake Jones came in to score as, I don't remember what necessarily happened, but Derek Hayes was able to keep himself in the rundown enough.
They threw in behind the runner, and Hayes says, fine, I'll get picked off. And Jones sprinted home once the throw went out to second. The run scored before the third out was registered.
Then get a happy clap for Tim Holloway, and into the dugout they go. Zeb Goodman, Brandon Osborne, and Shadowins to lead things off. Curveball inside corner. 0-1 to the first baseman, Goodman, who, for all intents and purposes, has been a great leader for this team defensively today. He's gotten some things out of the dirt that probably should have been close. Curveball again into toward right field. on the run, and not going to happen and misplayed. So a single, and then almost an error would have allowed the runner to advance, which would be just a single to lead off variety, and Marion could make the Rams pay.
Jines couldn't decide if he was going to dive or catch it off the hop. And he kind of got awkward out there, and it got by him. One thing about it, though, Reed Millwood with a great play. He was going out there as well until Jines called him off. But Millwood, once the ball got down, was going that direction, sprinted to right field, and made the pickup.
And the Curtis are a pinch runner for Zeb Goodman. This is number 51, Braden Ziegler.
Marion down 2. They're going to have to start pushing some buttons here.
That's a huge insurance run for the Rams a moment ago.
Waterloo beat Columbia 3-1. There's another Rams opponent in the regional final. You go through the list, once the season's over, look at the schedule, you're going to be amazed at how many teams Mount Vernon plays that were in a regional final between 1A to 4A.
4-2 here, Rams on top. Runner on first, tying run to the plate for the Wildcats. As this is Cobb's foul. Near the first base dugout. Well, on a playoff with about Osborne, who's 0 for 2 today. And 0-1 is your count. It'd be nice if Mount Vernon and Waterloo can meet again and winner take all for that tie game.
Be all right. Both teams would accept and go to that point right now, I believe. I'll pick Jines off that time. Jines was coming off the bag, and Brock threw the first. Edwards County loses to Windsor Stu Strauss 4-3. Makes us look good.
The 0-1 coming. And this is going to be into left field for a base hit. Brookman cuts it off and possibly saves the run on the backhand. It's a back-to-back singles to start off the bottom half of the sixth. At first and second are your Marion runners for Justin Shannon. The tying run is aboard.
How about that? You got Millwood, who saved the base there in the first hit, and you got Brookman, who saved the base there in the second hit. And if they don't save bases, it's 4-3, if not 4-4, depending on the bases. Bases loaded, passed ball allows Windsor Stu Strauss to beat Edwards County 4-3. So Windsor will play South Central in that sectional title game. The winner gets the winner of Weber Township and Shawnee at Rent 1 on Monday evening.
I'd go see that.
It's an option.
We're talking about us.
T-Town Freeburg at 2A.
Talking about us and talking about Windsor Stu Strauss. Just basically telling everybody down here what that part of the state is known for quite a while. Good baseball in the NTC.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Windsor Stu Strauss, I think, going to put on the agenda for possibly consolidating in all sports in the future. At least it's being discussed.
Hatchet Devils, the Blue Hatchet.
Well, you have the Comets and the Blue Devils that played for the Hatchet. So there's talk of just making them the Hatchets.
Hatchets would be awesome. The Axe Gang.
There's Hatchets, if I'm not mistaken. Washington, Indiana, as with 2 on and nobody out. Justin Shadowin stands in. Conference over. First pitch for Fulkerson. Batted foul.
Yeah. This turned out to be a inning which will roll the order over to the top, or either this inning or next.
Finally say worth the price of admission. $4 to get into the regional level. 0-1 the count here. Justin Shadowin, Jordan Evans, the catcher on deck for the Wildcats, trying to make something happen as they trail 4-2 in this bottom half of the sixth. 0-1 the count here on Shadowin. Fulkerson set. Fake check on the runner.
Try to keep that runner close. You bring a guy in off the bench that may or may not be aware of the surrounding situation, understanding, not wanting to obviously get picked off. His lead's more tentative, and I think that's what that runner out there at second's doing.
Braden Ziegler, the courtesy runner here for the Wildcats on first base. Brandon Osborne, 2 on, nobody out here in the sixth. Tying run on first, pitch on the way 0-1. Stuck with the bunt, now 0-2.
Weber
completely missed.
Wanted to throw. Nobody was home at the bag with the rotation infield. Corners are charging. Shortstop's going to cover third. Millwood's covering first. They're giving up the second base bag at this point. So the middle infielders have to be on their horses to get there to the bag they need to cover. See if he's bunting here 1-2. The batter is choked up here.
0-2 the count. 2 on, nobody out. Pitch on the way, and this one is going to be just past the glove of Campbell in the left field. Brookman's going to come up throwing, and it's going to be a single, but the bases are loaded and nobody out.
A guy that doesn't get a bunt down twice Gets a pitch up in his eyeball, swings, and hits one inches above the glove of Campbell, which lands in left center field for a hit. And the bases are loaded for Jordan Evans, who's doubled and drove in a run. As this game, you knew, would not be easy.
So now the bases are loaded and nobody out for the catcher, Jordan Evans, in the bottom of the sixth. A 4-2 ball game. Could have a much different complexion depending upon what happens in this at-bat to the Marion catcher. Fulkerson looks in, time called by Evans, now trying to disrupt any type of rhythm he had. One could argue that with the bases loaded.
Infield in for the Rams. Nobody out, bases loaded, and the bottom of the fifth is an interesting inning for sure.
Amazing the game of inches that it is. Here comes the pitch on the way. It's a curveball in the dirt, stopped by Weber. It's 1-0 to Evans. Maybe just another inch on the glove of Campbell. He knocks it down or makes the grab and doubles off the runner off of second base, but instead it ends up as a single to load the bases with nobody out here in the bottom half of the sixth inning where the Wildcats looking to tie or take the lead. 1-0 pitch. Oh, Fletch thought about bringing up the strike, but it's 2-0.
Wow. Umpire can signal that's a strike. That zone is hopping the day around, and the pitchers are struggling trying to figure out where it's at.
2 balls, no strikes to count. Pitch on the way is right down the middle, 2-1. It's about the only place you can throw and be assured that it's a strike.
Yeah, the supper plate zone is available here today.
Bases loaded, nobody out for the Wildcats. Tying run on second. That's going to be overthrown. 3-1.
Got to stay within yourself. Stay calm, cool, and collected. Not try to throw one through the backstop.
Rams will have 9, 1, and 2 in the seventh. 4-2 on top. Bases loaded for the Wildcats, however. But that is going to be a walk in, a run. On a pitch that allegedly misses outside.
I'm telling you what, it's a tight squeeze there right now. I mean, there are no corners on this plate. And both teams have dealt with it today, and that's a key miss in that situation.
Tim Holloway's asking where it was. It's a strike called a ball. And it's 4-3. Marion threatening as Burgess will pinch hit.
Yeah. That's a tough one to take there. At this level, this zone, you got to call it both ways.
Four to 3 game. Marion has the go-ahead run on third, or second, the tying run on third. 3 runs on 7 hits now for the Wildcats. 1 error. They've stranded 5, and here comes the pitch on the way as it's a strike pitch. Same pitch that was a ball earlier. Yep. It's now a strike to the left-handed batter, and it's 0-1. Of course, I mean, Marion's had the same situation when they've been batting. It's gone both ways, most certainly, as we wait the 0-1 pitch. Swung on a miss, 0-2. Swung out of his shoes that time. And now the Rams still looking for that first out of the inning. Bases loaded. Go-ahead run on second, tying run on third. Insurance on first base for the Marion Wildcats here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Well, will just miss outside the left-handed Burgess. It's 1-2.
Hey. High school kids, guys, are not getting paid. They'll have to dot the corners.
1-2 pitch on the way for Fulkerson. Swung on a miss. There's your first down.
Change up. Burgess well out in front, 1 out, now the top of the order.
Not quite where you want to be with the bases juice, but it'll bring in Bryson Whitehead. Bottom of the 6th inning, if you're just joining us, Marion trailing 4-3, but the tying run on third base, the bases loaded and 1 gone. As Brock Fulkerson and the Rams try to get themselves out of this bit of a jam they've built themselves into. Back-to-back singles lead off the inning as now the first pitch comes to Whitehead. Swings through a fastball, and it's 0-1.
You can somehow escape 4-3. You feel lucky, but you're a long way from doing that right now.
Nothing on the count. Here comes the pitch on the way from Fulkerson. Swung on a miss. 0-2. He's digging deep.
Yeah, he is digging down in the bag a little bit deeper here. 0-2's got Whitehead pumping the fastballs.
No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes a tie. Good waste. Not chasing with Whitehead. It's 1-2.
That's a good miss. I mean, you got a guy up there pumping. You might as well see how high he'll chase. Baseball, Whitehall, North Green beats Lebanon 5-2.
1-2 the count. 1 out. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the 6th. Called third strike. Rung up that time, and now 2 outs. The bases loaded. So a pitch that wasn't good enough to be a strike earlier is a called third strike now. And both pitchers are going to have trouble figuring out this strike zone as we get to the 7th.
McCreekin up. Sacrifice. Flew out to center.
Of course, I wouldn't wish to have their job more. I'm sure they would have this one.
This level is consistent, though. Got to get a little bit better.
Bases loaded, 2 outs for Corbin McCreekin. Here comes the pitch on the way. Strike called on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
You can tell Brock is bearing down here. He is digging in the tank here in this inning to try to get out of this mess. 3 straight singles and only 1 run so far.
Tying runs on third base for Marion in this 4-3 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Called strike outside corner. It's 0-2.
1 strike away. This could be the difference in momentum from one dugout to the next.
Corbin McCreekin, cousin to the McCreekin brothers, of course, of Centralia. 0-2 the count. Bases juice. 2 gone. That's outside. Good stop, Weber. It's 1-2 now on a waste pitch.
Tommy had to use every bit of his length to get out there and get that one. Little overthrow that time. Little adrenaline, I'm sure, shooting through the veins of Mr. Fulkerson out on the hill.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That one's going to come to the backstop, and Marion's going to tie the game. Yep. So on a pitch that gets away, the Marion Wildcats come back to tie it at 4. Every runner advances, and it's 2nd and 3rd.
Yep. Overthrow, dirted about 5-6 feet out in front of home plate. And absolutely nothing that Thomas Weber could do to knock that down, and they're tied at 4.
What an amazing difference that ball 4 makes.
Oh, yeah. That's huge. I mean, if that ball 4 is called a strike, you're out of the inning up 4-3 or 4-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count. 2 outs and 2 aboard here for the Wildcats, looking to take the lead in the home half of the 6th. Swung on a miss. We're tied at 4 as we head to the top of the 7th. 9-1 and 2 up for the Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Bill, where are we going? We're trying to find my ATM.
We just passed an ATM.
But that's not my ATM. I lose $4 if it's not my ATM.
Make any ATM your ATM. Introducing free Kasasa Checking with monthly rewards like cash and ATM fees back in your pocket. Visit trykasasa.com. Kasasa.
Kasasa is carried locally at People's National Bank or online at peoplesnationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Registration for fall classes at Ren Lake College is going on now. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, RLC can put you on the fast track to a new career or to continue your education. More affordable than four-year universities and private schools, you can save thousands of dollars at RLC. Our trained academic counselors will make sure you're on the right path, whether you plan to transfer to a four-year university or head straight into the workforce. Walk-in registration continues through August 15th. Call us at 437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Ren Lake College, your journey starts here.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Tied at 4 as we head to the top of the 7th. Zach Brookman, Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood to lead things off. 9-1 and 2 in the order. Brock Fulkerson reached back and struck out the side after allowing back-to-back-to-back singles and then a base on ball run batted in on an arguable call. And an at-bat that also included a couple of flinches. So now the Rams have to rebound, and we'll definitely see a bottom half of the 7th inning now. As this game is tied heading into the top half, Zach Brookman will lead it off. 0 for 2. He was at the plate whenever the Rams got that extra run in across the plate of the rundown. So he leads things off, and the pitch on the way from Ream is going to be lifted into right center field. It's going to tail away from the outfielders. Almost a nice diving catch by Alexander, but around first, headed for second is Brookman, and he is safe at the bag with a leadoff double.
Leadoff double, and he hustled all the way. Right fielder made a great try at it. Missed it, center fielder backing up, and it's a leadoff double, and here we go again, the 7th.
Winner gets Carbondale on Saturday. Loser goes home for the season as Ryan Campbell will stand in with a runner on second. The go-ahead run in scoring position for the Orange and Black, tied at 4 here in the top of the 7th. Ream out of the stretch, looks back toward the back, and now there's going to be a bump, and it's popped up into the air. And now what is a fair ball? Fair ball. It's pushed. That is pushed into foul territory. It should be a fair ball.
Oh, my. Okay.
It's not out of fair territory.
I'll give credit to the umpire on my side because I thought he was on top of it. And you got to remember, it's got to have that spin on it, too. And no argument from Tim Holloway.
He more so has the bite the tongue mentality right now, it looks like. As Ryan Campbell stands back in, lucky to be 0-1, to be honest. Could have been an out.
Could have been an out.
But it's not.
Could have been a hit,
but
it wasn't
a break. Foul. Swings and misses a curveball well outside, 0-2.
Right-hand batter bunting slanted down the third baseline. His spin's going to be toward the third base dugout if it hits that dirt, too.
0-2 the count. A runner on second, nobody out here in the top of the seventh. Pardon me. Tony Will Powers or scoreboard updates. Find them online at TonyWill.com. Walk in, call in, or click in. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Now we got somebody coming in from the dugout. And now we got an umpire. What's going on here? Assistant. Now the base umpire is coming over and talking to someone along the first base dugout. Not sure if it's a fan or a coach or what. The umpire has walked over to say something, and now the home plate umpire is going there, and now we're wondering what's happening over here. Now the base umpire is coming into the first base dugout. So somebody must be going to listen to the game.
What we do know is that we're in the top of the seventh, 4-4 ball game. Go-ahead run on second base for the Mountain Rams. Ryan Campbell has an 0-2 count with nobody out.
Don't see anybody moving over that way, but boy, something was distracting over there. That shouldn't be that distracting.
At some point, unless it's abusive, you just have to forget about it.
A lot of people here.
No doubt. Hard to kick somebody out of a baseball game as we wait to 0-2. This one is going to be lifted into left center field. Will it be deep enough to advance the runner? And they're not going to try on the arm of Bryson Whitehead, as that's the first out and the fly out to center. Got to bring in Reed Millwood. He follows us on Twitter. So should you. At WMIX Sports. 4-4 ball game, top of the seventh. Regional semifinal. Marion will have 3, 4, 5. Due up in the home half. Winner gets Carbondale Saturday at 11 o'clock. Kareem looking back at the runner. Comes home. Millwood takes a strike. 0-1 over the heart of the plate.
10th game. Postseason. What do you expect?
Wouldn't expect it any other way. It's 0-1 the count. Millwood, the second baseman, has the catcher Weber on deck. 0-1 coming. Dale blowing away on a curveball. Good eye there by Millwood, and it's 1-1. Pretty First Bank of the Heartland, where you can always bank in your hometown team. Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Jefferson County's market leader. Welcome back to Personal Banking, home of the one account. 1-1 is the count. 1 out. 1 on for the Rams. The runner's on second. Go-ahead variety. Ream looks back. Now the 1-1's going to be muscled high. 2-1. He tried to throw a 150-mile-per-hour fastball down the heart of the plate.
Yeah.
Threw it up.
Pumping this time of year. You're inland, seniors, all kinds of things go through the veins.
2 balls and a strike. We're tied at 4 in the top of the seventh. Inside, swing and miss. Up 2-2.
Got it inside on the hands of Millwood. The bat wasn't going to do him any good there. Swung through the pitch.
Millwood sacrificed in the third, but out 1-3 every time today. You could argue that he is definitely due. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. Go ahead, run on second base for the Rams.
Well, lucky.
Millwood gets a break.
Yeah, Millwood got a huge break. Should have been strike 3.
So
but it wasn't.
As they say in the old game of baseball, what goes around comes around. So now you can definitely argue. It's happened to each side today. Makes it tough for the pitcher to adjust. Counts full, 1 out. Runner on second base in this 4-4 game. As Millwood will pop one up right side. They need that to get out of play. Goodman won't be able to get to it. Runs in the fence. Hope he's okay.
You need to also, if you're Marion, you don't want to catch that one anyway.
Not going
runner
away.
would advance. As Goodman takes on the chain link, and it's a draw.
As it looked like initially, it was going to stay well in the field of play and would not have gotten the runner to advance. But as it got closer and closer to the fence, you wanted it to stay in.
Big at-bats here for Millwood, and then, of course, Weber to follow.
Count full to Millwood with a runner on second. It's a go-ahead run in a 4-4 ball game. Top 7, 1 out. Millwood will now trouble the outs away, and that could be trouble. And that'll be a caught in foul territory, but tagging up to third base goes Brookman, and that may have been a disservice to the Wildcats.
Well, make that catch, you get 2 outs. You get to that point, you'll take that. And now, with 2 outs and a runner at third, Weber's up interesting to see if Marion throws to him or they intentionally walk him. Because he has about 700-plus feet of hits today.
4-4, tie ball game, top of the 7th. Go-ahead run on third with 2 outs for the Mount Vernon Rams. Marty Manfredo's going to talk it over. Presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proudly support the Mount Vernon Rams as well as the local community. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Back here Saturday if the Rams beat the Wildcats here today.
I don't know what happened down the first base line, but it was covered up, couldn't see. Coach is chatting now about it because he got some laughs. The Marion assistant's talking with Coach McClure about it, and they're laughing down there on that first base line. Makes you wonder who or what was there and why the assistant came out of the dugout. Maybe he was trying to say, hey, it's not us. And maybe that's what the perception was. Who knows? Perception here is they walked Weber. Now there's going to be a courtesy runner. And eventually here it's going to be a little sneaky play that Mount Vernon likes to run, the old force ball.
Connor Story will run. Jake Heidel back. Here in the top of the 7th, 4-4 ball game. Runners at the corners for the Mount Vernon Rams. And at the end of the regular season on a bit of a hot streak. Needs to warm back up here in the 7th. I figured they would walk Weber. Now we'll see. 2 outs. Things could get interesting here with one swing of the bat. Pike will lift one foul. Just underneath it behind him. It's 0-1. Oh, that sound good.
No. What will happen? When will they try it? Because you know it's going to happen. And you got to be careful not to give it away.
0-1 the count to Jake Pike, the Ram first baseman, 0 for 3. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, top 7, tie ball game. It's 4-4 in the regional semis. That's going to come in on Pike, but it's a strike.
Well, neither and I.
3, 4, and 5 in the Wildcat order in the bottom of the 7th in this tie ball game. Rams could use the run here with the meat of the order coming up. 0-2 the count, 2 outs, runners at the corners, top 7 tied, 4-4. Mount Vernon Marion, and here it is.
They're going to let Story steal, which is what they'll need to do.
Good presence of mind there, I thought, for the pitcher, Ream.
Yeah, I mean, you had to know it was coming with 0-2, and he understood the situation, thinking the game along as well. Second and third now, they tried it, and it didn't work.
But a base hit would be that much bigger. 0-2 the count, 2 outs here for the Rams in the 7th. Ream looking for the big out, 0-2. Pike's going to lift this one into left field, and that should be caught by the left fielder, Osborne. Rams strand a pair in the top of the 7th. We go to the home half, tied at 4. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon.
The Chevy Equinox is a hot seller here. It's one of the safest SUVs on the market. Right now you can take advantage of $1,500 in rebates. A lot of people like driving the Equinox. It's easy to get in and out of. It's easy to see. The utility on it is fantastic. You can haul things. You can haul people. Plus it gets 32 miles per gallon. For an SUV, that's one of the best you're going to find.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One account is a high interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, one will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Bottom of the seventh we go, tied at 4 for the Marion Wildcats. It's Chandler Ream, Colton Carter, and the spot occupied by Zeb Goodman in the Marion lineup. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 7 left on for the Rams. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Quite a few left on for the Marion Wildcats.
The nervous tension begins.
7 left on for Marion. Brock Fulkerson out for his 7th inning of work. Both pitchers thus far. Ream has gone 7. First pitch of the inning to the aforementioned Chandler Ream as the ball outside, 1-0.
Not going to get that pitch. May as well quit throwing it out there. Outside to the right-hand hitter is not going to get called.
Winner will get Carbondale on Saturday. 11 o'clock, as this is going to be ripped into right center field for a base hit. Could be extra bases for Ream, who rounds first, going to stay there with a leadoff single.
Jines and Jones, great job of getting into the gap and cutting that ball off. That first ball hit was like hit the concrete pad. And now Carter will hit. Ream will go out for a courtesy runner. That's number 6. Jacob Sanders is the winning run for Marion at first base.
Sanders is a courtesy runner for the pitcher. As Colton Carter, the shortstop, stands in. Winning run on first, nobody out, bottom of the 7th. Wildcats and Rams tied at 4. Pitch out up high, it's 1-0.
Marion has scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 to tie in the 6th.
Goodman on deck for the Wildcats, who are looking to maybe walk off here in the bottom half of the 7th. This will be a strike across the plate. Good pitch by Fulkerson. That's 1-1. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, home of one checking, free checking with high yield interest. One means more. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. His account is 1-1 in a 4-4 game. Bottom of the 7th. Check on the runner at first, and they almost had him.
That was closer than what it needed to be. That was too close for the Marion faithful, I can tell you, because there was some breath held at that point.
1-1, and Colton Carter, the shortstop, outside corner this time, and it's 1-2.
Brock will go over 100 pitches in this game, in this inning. Lots of stressful pitches in a game for the senior.
Go, Colton. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If they win, he sleeps well tonight. Check on the runner again. Not much doing over there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch runner better keep his hand on the bag a little longer as Pike is holding that tag on him as he waddles around the bag.
I think that's what the flinch was for earlier. Did that the first time, too. As the 1-2 comes in, but just misses up and in, 2-2.
Maybe a little high?
I can't figure it out.
The only thing I could think of, they're going to go away this time, moving the left fielder over into the gap a little bit.
2-2 pitch on the way, swung on a miss, held on by Weber. And that'll be the first out on the strikeout.
Yeah, 1 away. Subtleties of the game. And here's Mr. Goodman. Single and scored his last at bat.
7 strikeouts today for Brock Fulkerson as Zeb Goodman will stand in. 1 out and 1 on. Rams get the outs. We head to the top of the 8th. We'll head to extras. Marion scores, obviously. This game and Rams season will come to a close as Goodman will call for time back out of the box. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 4 in this regional semifinals. The Wildcats looking for a walk-off base hit if they can get it, as this will be into the back of Goodman.
Curveball that slipped. His run, of course, means nothing. Winning run moves up 90 feet to second base with 1 out. Outfielders will have to come in a couple of steps now. And Osborne's up. He singled and scored in the last at-bat, which was last inning. Quiet hush falls over on one side of the crowd. Nervous anticipation on the other.
The 4-4 ball game, 2 on, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Osborne is the batter. The runner on second is Jacob Sanders.
Have to credit Marion. They have went right after him.
2 on, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. This is the pitch on the outside corner to Osborne for 0-1. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, AM 940, WMIX. Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Hunter Schrader back at the studio. We await the 0-1 for Fulkerson out of the stretch. Here comes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So with the winning run on second, the Wildcats with the base hit could advance to Saturday's regional championship game. If the Rams can't keep it at a single and the runner's held. But we'll see what happens here on the 1-1. Fulkerson looks back, fires home. Fouled off. It'll be 1-2. That dribbles near the backstop.
Yeah, I got a little nick at Thomas Weber. The umpire giving the courtesy up to the catcher to kind of take time, clean the plate off, make sure Weber's okay. Give him time to shake that biting baseball off. Been a great baseball game so far.
Just like the rest. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning for the Wildcats. It's Brandon Osborne, the left fielder. Singleton scored back in the 6th. Otherwise, 1 for 3 today as we wait the 1-2 from Fulkerson. Here it comes. It's low. It'll even the count 2-2. Regional semifinal matchup. Winner gets Carbondale Saturday here at the Mount Vernon Regional. 11 o'clock first pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, just misses off the outside corner, and it's a full count.
That's a strike. I don't care. At this level, you have to call a strike. And don't look in the dugout if you're behind the plate and you missed one. Flat miss. Marion missed one earlier in the top other inning. Mount Vernon missed one there.
Counts full, 2 on, 1 out. Here comes. That'll be fouled off to stay alive for Osborne. We do the 3-2 again.
Outside corner to right-hand hitters is not being called right now. Both ways.
Rams thought they had their out pitch, as did much of the faithful here, because you already heard the size from Marion and the Uggs from Mount Vernon's side. Count full here, 2 on, winning run on second, the bottom of the 7th of this 4-4 game, as this pitch is on the way. Come back to the pitcher. He'll go to second for 1, looking to go to first for the other, not in time. And a bit of a hesitation. Yeah, cost the Rams a double play, forgetting the situation.
Yep, mental game. And Brock on the mound hesitated, looked to third, then went to second. Campbell did everything he could to get it to first, but Osborne beats it out by a half a step and allows Shadowins to come to the plate where he is 2 for 3 today.
The Rams get it to the top of the 8th. They'll have Jones, Smith, and Hayes due up. Right now it's tied at 4. Winning run is on third base with 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Pitch down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Justin Shadowins. Shadowins is 2 for 3 today with a stolen base and a run scored. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, 4-4 ball game. 0-1 the count to the Marion third baseman with runners at the corners. Runner on first really doesn't matter at this point. It's the 0-1. It's batted at missed, 0-2.
Well, Brock bearing down. Brock is over 100 pitches. Not seeing him going much past this inning.
Fulkerson looking for that one last pitch. The 0-2 with 2 outs. Here it comes. It's going to be popped up into foul territory. It should scoot out of play. It'll stay 0-2 here to Shadowin.
He took a meager swing at that pitch. Well off the end of the bat.
Jacob Sanders, the runner on third. A runner at first and 2 outs. So winning run on third base in a 4-4 ball game here in the bottom half of the 7th. 0-2 the count on the batter Shadowin. Fulkerson out of the stretch. Going to come home with it now. Called third strike. And we will head to extra innings. Tied at 4 after 7. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon.
We are the Cadillac dealer here in Mount Vernon, and we're very excited about that. The Cadillac lineup is just fantastic. I can't say enough about it. I'm so excited to be able to sell them here in Mount Vernon. We have the location, we have the facility to really take it to the next level. And, Cadillac customers expect more and they deserve more, and we're going to deliver on that.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Poole, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com, as we head to the top of the 8th. Mount Vernon and Marion all tied at 4. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Rams. 4 runs on 8 hits for the Wildcats. They have 1 error. Both teams have stranded their fair share of runners as we see Blake Jones, Braden Smith, and Derek Hayes here in the 8th.
Well, you wouldn't expect anything less between these two teams.
City First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Find them online at comfirstbank.net. Learn all about that one checking. Free checking with high yield interest. Welcome back to personal banking. As will be Chandler Ream on for an 8th inning of work as he sees the center fielder, Blake Jones. Bunt drop down the first base side. Just trying to shock it off for a base hit, and it's 0-1.
No action in the Marion pen. No action in the Mount Vernon pen.
Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Tied at 4 in the top of the 8th. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Jones. That's a ball that got away, and it's 1-1. Well, he tried to go curveball. Maybe the catcher wasn't expecting that, or maybe not particularly that location. As the count is 1-1 to the Rams center fielder.
Anytime it hits in dirt and hits the catcher in the mask, you're not expecting him. Catcher's like, no.
Out of the windup for the right-hander Ream. The 1-1 comes. Jones puts what they would call good wood on it, but it's just in the foul territory, and it's 1-2. Good pickup by Goodman.
He is pretty impressive.
Could have tucked his feet behind the chalk. He probably deked that into a fair ball now. But not this. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count as Jones leads things off here in the 8th. Now chops one to the right side. Ream off the hill to get it. Scoops over to the first baseman. Goodman hangs on for the 1-3 put out. 1 out now, and nobody on for Braden Smith.
We figured it would be good, and it has been. Now you get to extras. Every little baseball thing is magnified.
So for the DH, Smith, who's been able to reach today and sacrifice, he'll plant 1 foul over the first base dugout. Now to play for 0-1.
Decisions will need to be made. Heading to the bullpen with a mask. There he goes. Blake Jones will be the guy. Won't need much to warm up, I wouldn't think.
So 0-1 the count, 1 gone. Here comes the pitch on the way. It's inside, gets low. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Smith. But Derek Hayes on deck. He's had a bit of a day.
Marion will have 8, 9, and 1 coming up in the bottom of the 8th.
They thought they have a bit of a cushion with a 2-run lead, but the misfortune was knocking at the door as the 1-1 gets outside, 2-1. Designated hitter, Smith. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the 8th in this 4-4 ball game. And Ream, up and in on Smith to give him credit for taking it.
Oh, yeah, turned in, took the fastball off the shoulder. And Mount Vernon's in business. The runner on with 1 out at first.
Both teams have made each other pay for their mistakes. We'll see if the Rams do that here. Smith on first, one out, top of the eighth. Derek Hayes is 2 for 2 today. 2 singles, a stolen base, and a walk.
Well, people are standing. Some still sitting. Everybody enjoying.
Hayes will stand in with a runner on first to go-ahead run here in the top of the eighth of this 4-4 game. Ream looks over his shoulder now, comes home with it to Hayes. Popped up right side. Could sneak it far enough away, and it will.
Yeah.
Goodman was playing not to injure himself.
Yeah.
Smart move there, and it falls for a strike.
Goodman, every time he plays, he goes home with dirty uniform.
Kind of player you like to watch.
Yep.
No balls and a strike to Hayes with a runner on first, one out, top of the eighth inning in this 4-4 regional semifinal. Now Vernon the 3 seed, Marion the 2 seed. First year since 2009, the Rams were the 1 seed in the regional. That honor belongs to the Marion Wildcats and Nathan Doris. 0-1 the count, 1 gone. A runner aboard here for Hayes. Jams one, and that one will be caught on an Olay catch by the third baseman, Shadowins.
Didn't have enough top spin lob to get over the top of Shadowins at third, and he made the running one-hand grab. 2 outs now.
So 2 outs and a runner on first. That'll bring in Jines here in the eighth. 8-9-1 for the Wildcats in the bottom half. It's like Blake Jones will be doing the pitching for the Rams. They'll check on the runner at first. And that gets 5, but not going to be far enough to get away for Smith.
Got to be hopping up. Got to be listening. Not sure it would have been far enough even if he had hopped up.
Giants is due a sack. Like a sack bunt RBI back in the second. Struck out swinging in the fourth. Pinch hit for back in the sixth by Gunnar Lundius. The Rams looking to make something happen with a go-ahead run on first. 2 outs here in the top of the eighth. Tied at 4 with the Marion Wildcats as Ream gets set. Here comes. This one's going to be lifted a long distance to the left center field. That could be trouble. That's going to get down. They're going to wave around. Braden Smith to score. Here comes the possible throw. That's going to be in time. And the Rams take a 5-4 lead from the unlikely hero, Zach Jines, with the RBI double.
Love it. Split the gap. And Braden Smith is going to score all the way around from third, and the Rams take the lead.
If I didn't say he was due, I was thinking it. Or at least asserted such when I read his line.
Wow. And again,
Giants has displayed that type of bat all season, but just hasn't been able to put good alloy to it. Those BB core, as they say. Hit the ball well at Civic Memorial in the third game of the year, and does what he's capable of there. Now the Rams on top with 2 outs as we get to Zach Brookman, who takes the pitch high for 1-0.
Everybody knows the big names. The names that do something when you don't expect it in this kind of situation. There it is.
So the Rams, again, make the Wildcats pay for a mistake. That was a hit. Batsman Smith comes all the way around, was motoring from first base. Throw wasn't in time as the left fielder Osborne found Carter, who found Evans a little late. Oh, well, late, because there was no play whatsoever to play. We wait for the 1-0 pitch. Insurance there off a second with 2 outs in the eighth. Rams lead 5-4. It's Fitz at foul for the 1-1. Foul. How about Community First Bank of the Heartland? There are 5 Jefferson County branches, not one far from us on 42nd Street. Also, the other Mount Vernon location on 10th, North 10th by road map. Also, Dick Sina and Woodlawn. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Another potential run in scoring position off the second. As this one is going to be a ground ball. Carter's some trouble with it. Brookman's going to labor toward first. In time on the throw. Good grab, good stretch by Goodman. We head to the bottom of the eighth. It's 5-4 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
5-4, Rams on top. A big RBI double in the left center field gap. Played at Braden Smith all the way from first. And the Rams take a 5-4 lead. To the bottom of the 8th we go for Jordan Evans, Lane Alexander, and Bryson Whitehead in the Marion lineup, better known as 8, 9, and 1.
Tension on everybody's faces back over my left shoulder.
I wouldn't want to see caught on the internet anywhere.
Oh, yeah. People walking, pacing out behind now the dugout.
Well,
yeah.
First pitch from Fulkerson is going to be Jan Fowl into the backstop netting, 0-1 to Evans. This has been a productive spot in the order. RBI double in the, let's see, that was the second. Trying to align my columns here. He was hit back in the 4th, and then a walk RBI back in the 6th. It wasn't a walk, and it's 1-1.
You don't get the feeling this will go easy. I hope it does. You get the feeling Marion's going to scratch and claw down to the end.
1-1 pitch. Jan Fowl again over the backstop netting to our right. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a 5-4 ball game. The Rams get one across in the top of the 8th here in extra innings, and the Rams have fared fairly well in extra inning games. 1 loss.
The rattling sound that you hear in the background, that's the dice being rattled around in the box. That's by Tim Holloway.
Both misses high, 2-2 the count. Alexander in back of the on-deck circle. That was one at bat to Burgess. Called third strike on the low outside corner. I was expecting a ball, and that'll be the 9th strikeout today for Fulkerson.
Took 8 innings. That's got it.
I think both coaches made their point.
In different ways.
Oh, yeah. One of our Twitter followers really pacing out there towards deep left field on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
1 out, nobody on for Alexander, as this is going to be a strike on the outer half of the plate to the left-handed right fielder, and it's 0-1.
Oh, tighten those seatbelts.
Amen. Outside, not going to get that one. It's 1-1. Can't be greedy now.
No, that's a half acre. That's a half acre that they talk about. He's pacing all the way down there.
Oh, yeah. Wow. You can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. 1-1. Comebacker off the mid of full. Going to have to make a tough throw over to first. And he's going to get away. Tying run. Got him in scoring position. But Pike is going to make the throw down to second. And they're going to tag out Alexander. Who what happened is on the air, he ran over to second base, but took too wide of a turn into the outfield. And that cost Marion a base runner. They're down to their last out.
First error of the game on Mount Vernon works out to a 3-6 foot out. I mean, he took off and went, but he turned too wide, as you said. Took too long to get back from behind the bag to second. And a crucial out, and Marion, the balloon, deflates a little bit more.
2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th, 5-4. Fastball fired past Whitehead. It's 0-1.
Brock gets this absolutely gutsy effort from him to go 8 if he can shut her down here.
0-1 pitch on the way. It's going to miss low and away to even the count at 1-1. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Here for the bottom half of the 8th inning. Nobody on. 2 outs for the Wildcats. This is Bryson Whitehead on the 1-1. Going to miss outside. It's 2-1. Maybe trying to overthrow now.
High school kids getting excited. Getting round up.
What a labored effort for the senior pitcher as this comes inside for a strike to get back into the count at 2-2. Marion down to their final strike. They, too, looking for their 19th win of the year. They, too, looking to battle Carbondale Saturday morning. 2-2 the count, 2 gone. Out of the windup comes Fulkerson. Swung on a miss, and the Rams are regional finalists. Marion's season comes to a close, and their record against the Rams drops to 2-1. We'll come back. We'll tell you all about it in our Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show as the Rams win this one 5-4 in 8 innings. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full-service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show starts now.
Well, the Rams season goes on until at least Saturday. They get their 19th win of the year. 19-16-1 now are the Mount Vernon Rams. 18-10 is how the Marion Wildcats will finish their season. Good afternoon again. Evening now is we're in our Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show. 3423 Broadway is where you'll find our neighbors at WMIX, Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac. Find all of their luxury selection of Cadillacs online at SchmidtChevrolet.com, rather. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as the Rams win this in thrilling fashion, get a gutsy and masterful performance out of Brock Fulkerson. 10 strikeouts on the day, but most importantly, improves to 5-3 as the Rams get win number 19 and our regional finalists again.
Yep. Again, playing on your home field Saturday against Carbondale, ready to go. What a game. Everything that we thought it would be is between these two teams.
Certainly no doubt about that. Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Proudly present this post-game show, and we're talking about the regional finalist Rams, who will try for win number 20 against Carbondale on Saturday at 11. 10:45 will be your pregame right here on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. As the Rams found a way to beat the Wildcats for the first time this season, this was their 3rd try. We need to take a look at our numbers.
Mount Vernon, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 9 left on base. Marion, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 10 left on base. Brock Fulkerson goes the distance to get the win. Chandler Ream goes the distance but gets the loss. In a game that takes 2 hours and 15 minutes, Mount Vernon advances to the regional title game Saturday at 11 a.m. against Carbondale with a 5-4 win over Marion.
And a big 5-4 win it was in 8 innings. The Rams get their win. They get their regional finalist appearance. That'll be Saturday. We'll take a break, come back, get your player of the game. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Registration for fall classes at Ren Lake College is going on now. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, RLC can put you on the fast track to a new career or to continue your education. More affordable than four-year universities and private schools, you can save thousands of dollars at RLC. Our trained academic counselors will make sure you're on the right path, whether you plan to transfer to a four-year university or head straight into the workforce. Walk-in registration continues through August 15th. Call us at 437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Ren Lake College. Your journey starts here.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, AM 940 and WMIXSports.com as the Mount Vernon Rams are victorious in 8 innings over the Marion Wildcats. 5-4 was your final. And here on your Schmitz-Chevrolet Cadillac postgame show, we have one thing left to do, and that's pick our player of the game.
I don't think there's any doubt. No. The gutsy effort, well over 100 pitches, to go back out, kind of like we talked about. Maybe just walked in and said, "It's mine. Give me the ball. I want it." And Brock Fulkerson is the player of the game.
Well, and of course, honorable mentions. They will do it like hockey, I guess, and give some stars. Player of the game, no doubt, is Fulkerson. But a big RBI double on the 8th for Zach Jines. And of course, a big day at the plate for Thomas Weber as well, as the Rams beat Marion 5-4. So a great effort from the seniors today. Great effort from the entire team. Now 19-16-1. They'll play Carbondale at 11 on Saturday. 10:45 your pregame here on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. So we hope you'll take the time to join us on Saturday as the Rams look for yet another regional title. For the Marion Wildcats, their season comes to a close at 18-10. It was a great season for the Wildcats, who finished above 500 in South Summit Conference play as well. So we're back here Saturday. We'll have a Saturday sports show prior. It'll be a full show until 10 o'clock after the 8 o'clock news right here on AM 940. For Danny Czerwinski, for Hunter Schrader, for all of us at WMIX Sports, don't forget to follow us on the Twitterverse, of course, at WMIX Sports. I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you of the final score. The Mount Vernon Rams 5, the Marion Wildcats 4 in 8 innings. So long from the King City.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is sponsored by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem, and also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem, Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac of Mount Vernon, and People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXSports.com. Now back to America's best music on the legendary WMIX.